It's real. Wake up. Are you awakening? Rise up. Are you feeling? Jail up. Are you reeling? Man up. I was in prison, shot caller. Have you been to prison, not baller? Did I mention I was in prison? I do all up. Are you sleeping? Wake up. Are you waking? Lie up. Are you feeling? Jail up. Are you reeling? Man up. Look at my watch, it's real. Wake up. Are you waking? Lie up. Are you feeling? Jail up. Are you reeling? Man up.
All right, as is tradition, we must play the Dean song. Now, one day, Dean's going to quit TikTok, and then we're going to have to make a brand new song. But that day is not today. Dean still has most of his hair, even though he's going bald. Might be a couple years yet before he goes completely bald. Might be a couple years. But first, let me do a little setup back here, guys. Just give me a second.
This one is for Yard 9. Ripped as I am, yeah, I rode. I know you want to be me. I am rare as my steak, as my Lambo goes beep beep. Take your time, stand up. Choice is yours. Sit down, got in a barbell fight. Special needs, back to prison again. Prison again. Prison again. Prison again. Papers up my bum, rule the yard. I know you want to be me. I am ripped, roided and rare. Back to prison again. Prison again. Prison again. Prison again. And I swear I keep my papers in my bum. No, I can't own a gun. No, I can't own a gun.
Somebody said, I bet he had to get his beer. You're absolutely right. I'm just kind of stalling a little bit until I can get my first beer. Wife's almost home with it. It's not beer either. It's going to be vodka and soda, which is even better. The invasion drink of choice by yours truly. But we'll listen to the Dean song. Hopefully she'll be here by then, and then we can get this fucking thing rolling, huh?
Gonna be famous, have all the monies, reflect what they need to see. When looking through me, I wanna be something, don't care what it is. Oh, I wanna be someone, don't care who that is. Stumbled on Andrew Tate, hey, a model I can replicate. Oh, look, he's just like me. Not hard to figure be someone, don't care who that is. Rotating light didn't work though I tried, but the left is full of dumb little guys. Oh look, gonna stack a wad of cash, going full leftist psychopath. Ooh, I wanna be something, don't care what that is. I wanna be someone, don't care who they know. I used slurs in the past, not something I should broadcast. But turns out no one cared, far too ensnared. I wanna be something, don't care what it is. Oh, I wanna be someone, don't care who that is. Flying high as a debate god, even though these arguments are flawed. Becoming a TikTok mainstay, it's okay to my someone today. I wanna be something, don't care what it is. Oh, I wanna be someone.
You know, it's really funny. I may be one of the more, not the most by any means, not even close, but one of the more famous political TikTokers out there. And I didn't even try. I didn't even try. And I'm not even a TikToker. I just go on TikTok to argue with leftoids, with leftist maniacs. Well, as the song states, leftist psychopaths. Psychopathic, lunatic leftists. The bane of humanity's existence, by the way. Not horrific people, but people with the most horrific views. It's awful fucking views, these people. Yeah, I don't think that that's pride. I think it's just a statement of fact. I think it's just objectively true. So many people on TikTok know who I am. It's bizarre. It's just a bizarre. It's a bizarre
couple days
thing,
ago, I
okay?
almost drove an hour brisket from
I know
them.
what you're thinking.
A sandwich
You're thinking, is she about to start
for
this thing
$7.50.
without the
It would have
theme
cost
song?
more in gas. Yeah.
Bombadil says, "You know, Parker, that's true. He's a much larger TikToker than me. If only he could compete with me on YouTube.
Questions or comments about the background?
Or in
Yeah,
money, talent,
So you're the witch,
notoriety.
right?
Any of the good things. Any of the good things. But he can't.
Welcome, citizens of the Crucible, to the Grand Invasion. Today, internet soldiers and battle-hardened debaters from all walks of life will be putting their skills to the test to fight against the most dangerous and poisonous ideology known to man. As we embark on this invasion, know that our enemy is tough, battle-hardened, and ready for us. Only through sheer force of will and perseverance can we succeed. We will adjust our tactics to meet this new global threat which has now emerged and will destroy all of humanity. Our daughters and sons will no longer be subjected to this poisonous ideology unopposed, though some of you may not make it in this conflict. That is a risk the Inquisition is willing to take. By land, sea, and air, the Inquisition will do battle. Our savagery and no mercy debate tactics will be the echo and the war cry of all future generations of keyboard warriors. We dream of a day when this long and protracted invasion ends in complete victory. We must not stop the invasion until a foothold is established and our ideology can spread through the masses. Please, hold your head for the prayer this afternoon. Lord God in heaven, let us destroy our enemies with superior verbal jujitsu, and maybe they be as stupid and inconsistent as they always are. May the degenerates find you waiting for them, ready to fix their broken souls and worldviews as we send them to you with mangled minds. This, Lord, do we pray. Remember our ethos, not one step back, never. Always move forward in the battle against the degenerate. Make them pay for every single inch of ground. Make them regret ever having met us in the glorious field of intellectual battle and internet blood sports. We will never stop until complete and total victory is achieved. This is our mark. This is for our honor and our children's children. May God have mercy on their souls.
Because we're not going to. Because we never do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a dirty job to do today, but we're going to do it. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work, shall we?
You want a fork or a spoon?
Why is that even a question?
What do you think?
Fork.
You want a fork?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't pick up those.
I would assume, yeah, fork's probably a better.
Yeah, I can't pick these up with a spoon.
Okay.
A fork is superior for everything. Unless it's like soup. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I put a little bit of salt on it?
A little bit of salt.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I know that you already put some.
I know. You're gonna have a heart attack by the time you're 10. Wait, 15.
What?
It's okay. No, go ahead. Go
Am
ahead.
I actually gonna
It's just sea salt. Huh?
Am I actually gonna have a heart attack?
No, you're not.
Oh my God, I have no idea what the fuck is going on with these people, but they got serious. I don't know. I think that guy was with his daughter, his like little daughter or something.
Well, just test me one more time and we'll find out. On the, I feel bad, Jack. I'm joking. I'm not Superman.
Yeah, I know your bitch ass ain't a supermodel.
Okay.
Okay,
But
now
I'm a
wait.
supermodel and you're
guys.
gonna-
Wait, is Parker live? Somebody said Parker's live. Well, we got to jump over there real quick, don't we? No, he's not live. He's not live. I just went and took a look. I don't see no Parker.
It's a joke. It's a joke, mate. Scottish humor is stupid. You're 8. You said you're 18, 19?
No, 20.
Oh, you're 20. Okay. And what do you want to? What kind of industry you want to be when you're older?
What's a business?
In business, you're studying finance for sure.
Close. Accounting.
Accounting. Okay. Yeah. When you said business, I'm like, this guy wants to make some bank. Do you want to be an entrepreneur or do you want to work actually in finance?
Yeah, like private accounting.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Like Charles Schwab sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I got a friend that works for Charles Schwab. That's cool.
Andrew, what's going on?
Oh, sorry. And is Andrew? Is he a friendly or is he up?
No, we're about to
Never
have-
met him.
Andrew, hey man, nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me up on
I'm
the
good,
panel
man.
tonight.
Absolutely, sir. Just a few questions before I pass over to Cringe.
Yeah, okay.
One of his mods. Yeah, what's your pronouns if you don't mind sharing?
You can say he, him. That's fine.
He, him. Perfect. What? Are you West Coast or East Coast? Just for time difference.
Well, I'd be on East Coast time.
No, cringy. This is Andrew Wilson.
You're East Coast. Perfect. In what country are you in?
United States.
Oh, you're United States. Perfect. Well, good. You passed.
You're muted,
it.
cringy. You're muted.
You're good. Over to you, Cringy.
Wait, is this legit Andrew Wilson? What the fuck?
Hello.
Oh, it is. Holy. Oh.
Is this guy like OG or something? Is he like next level?
He's pretty big in the debate scene, I'd say.
Flipping egg. He's got 7,000 followers. Andrew, it's an honor, sir.
Oh, well, pleasure to speak to you, too. I wanted to talk about the Unfuck America tour. So that seems to be the prompt that's up there. Are you a part of the Unfuck America tour, sir?
Yeah, I am. Just like a little logo. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you aware that?
That's not really the prompt though. Just like a.
Oh well, are you aware the
Wilson
Unfuck
Gangster.
America tour organized to gangstalk Charlie Kirk, called him a fascist, multiple other horrific slurs, and put out flyers about how bad he was, and this could easily have led to the rhetoric.
I'm struggling to
which-
understand exactly what you mean by horrific, Andrew. Could you define that real quick?
Yeah, I think it's horrific. That when I say horrific, meaning very bad. Let's say, would that work for you?
Exactly. You know when something is bad or not.
Oh, are we gonna do the pedantry, or do you want to actually engage with what I'm saying? We can do the pedantry if you want to. but I'll ask you to define every word, including definition, first.
Fine, bro.
Don't do it, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Engage.
Okay, fine.
You know, it's up to you. It's up to you how you want to play the game. Just know I'll play it either way, but I would like for you to actually engage with what I'm saying here about the gang stalking of Unfuck America towards Charlie Kirk, and I can read the more incendiary rhetoric that they were putting out, and I'm just wondering if that's an organization you're proud to be a part of.
I mean, I would say generally. There's lots of creators on the tour. I don't endorse every single one of their opinions. It'd be kind of ridiculous to expect Z to literally moderate the language of everybody on said tour.
Why?
So,
Why would that be ridiculous?
Because there's 20 plus creators, and and they all have different styles of how they to speak things, and everybody has varying opinions. It's like a coalition, let's say. So
yeah, exactly. So if you have a coalition which is organized, why is it that you can't regulate the types of creators that you would have and regulate the types of flyers they put out that have your branding on it? Can you explain that to me?
Yeah, obviously we can.
Yeah, obviously you can.
It's just like the. It's
so
just
what is? So what are you? So what are you talking about?
But just the final position on what we do and do not endorse. Obviously is up to Z. So if you're looking for what we do or do not endorse, or what our main positions are, I would go to her Twitter or the Unfuck America.
Well, how about this?
America
This came out from Dean Withers on 4/7/25. Says we're literally following Charlie Kirk's tour with our own cooler tour. See you all in Texas. No big deal there, right? That sounds pretty. I mean, that sounds pretty benign, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. How about for everyone wondering about the project I've been keeping secret, see you all soon, and make sure you donate so we can keep the tour going. Charlie Kirk will never know a moment of peace again. Does that sound like it's slightly more inflammatory rhetoric?
Yeah, not anything super bad though.
Oh, well, what do you think? Charlie Kirk is never going to know a moment's peace. What does that sound like to you?
What are you trying to say, Andrew?
That we're going to be confronting him in debates.
That's what you think it meant?
Yeah, that's literally just. What do you mean think? Yeah, no, that's our stated goal.
Oh, okay, because this is what your stated goal actually is. Who is Turning Point USA? Turning Point USA is a far-right organization founded and led by ultra-MAGA extremist Charlie Kirk that brainwashes young people, predominantly young white men, into an alt-right red pill pipeline. Turning Point USA pushes disinformation, attacks public education, fuels culture wars to divide, distract, destroy. Their real mission to build an army of alt-right robot voters while training the next generation of right-wing operatives to silence anyone who fights for progress in humanity. That sure sounds like you're saying that these are actual evil people who need to be dealt with, doesn't it?
Oh, Andrew, you think that's evil? You think all of those things are evil things?
Yeah, I think that this sort of rhetoric was a direct contributor to why it was that Mr. Kirk was assassinated. Yes, I do.
So you think being far right is evil?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You just said that.
Well, I mean,
I was referencing the messaging that I just read to you.
Mm-hmm, yeah, but you
would you hold the same standard? Would you hold the same standard for your side, like when Trump calls Kamala a communist or fascist or things like that? The same standard?
What high-profile leftist was assassinated due to the rhetoric of right-wing organizations?
Melissa Harmon.
We could look at Melissa Harmon.
No, okay, let's look at Melissa Harmon. Go ahead, bring up. Yeah, okay. So explain to me how the guy who wrote the manifesto says that this had nothing to do with a political agenda. He said so himself. So I don't even know why you guys bring Harmon up. I have no idea why you even bring that up. Makes no sense. Whereas this guy was saying, hey, fascist catch, you at the Unfuck America tour who were dogging Charlie Kirk and the Turning Point USA, trying to get access to some of his clout. You guys were calling them fascists. You were calling them Snazis. You were calling them the most horrific things on planet Earth. Why wouldn't a person want to deal with a Snazi that way?
Andrew, you do understand the "Hey Fascist Catch" thing. Also had on that casing there was a code to a that you type in during Helldivers. It was actually a Helldivers.
Yeah, I'm aware with the Helldivers.
In the text.
Do you understand Ciao Bella? Ciao Bella is not that. That's not that.
I'm addressing the specific point that you made. I'm addressing a specific point. Wait, guys. I'm addressing the specific point you made. And in the text messages, which you can read in the actual charges, he even said that all of the stuff written on the casings were big memes.
Yes, but they were all memes which were designed around what he said was that Charlie Kirk was spreading hatred. That's what he said. On top of that, this guy shacked up with a trans person. Obviously, this was a left-winger. There's very little doubt at this point. All the evidence is on our side for that. Very little is on your side for that.
What
So
kind of leftist is going to say, if you read this, you're gay? What kind of leftist is going to be homophobic?
Leftists use meme culture as much as the right does. In this case, though, they don't usually say that right-wingers are spreading hate, do they? That would be left-wingers who do that.
Is it logically possible that this person could just be like crazy and unaffiliated with any particular political party?
Superman's logically possible, but we're talking about likelihoods here, aren't we?
Would you say it's more than 50%, or would you say it's maybe even 50-50?
No.
That this person could be like
because
moderate?
because he specifically went after Kirk for quote because Kirk was spreading hate specifically against trans LGBTQ people from his view. Right, this is completely a left-wing position. Through and through. Right-wingers are not going around on discords anywhere, nor are they publicly talking about how right-wingers, especially prominent personalities, ones as middle of the road of Kirk especially, are spreading hate. That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but what did Donald Trump say today? He said Charlie Kirk didn't hate his opponents, but he hates his opponents. Donald Trump today literally was talking about how
that's not him saying that his opponents are spreading hate or that people on the right are spreading hate.
He said he hates his opponents. That is hate.
Yeah, okay, but again, the inflammatory language of saying that you're going after Charlie Kirk because he's spreading hate, that would be a left-wing position, not a right-wing one. You understand that?
Is there necessarily something wrong with like going after people or trying to debate people who we think are like spreading bad ideologies?
No, of course not. That was what Kirk's entire outreach was, but due to left-wing rhetoric, of course. He got assassinated, though, of course. So you forget that part, right? There's like your extremist rhetoric.
Is there a single Democratic what Democratic politicians were endorsing this? Excuse me.
What do you mean endorsing what? Of course, you mean on the public level? That would have nothing to do with whether or not the rhetoric was a contributing factor, whether or not politicians endorsed it or not. That's a complete false dichotomy.
Well, I mean, I see.
That's a false dichotomy.
We live in a representative democracy. So
do we? I didn't know. We live in it. I didn't know that.
Okay. So do you want me to like finish my sentence, or you just want to continue?
No, go ahead.
So the politicians typically represent the beliefs of their base. So if politicians of a certain party are spreading inflammatory rhetoric, that like might indicate some sort of I guess like violent behavior or like violent.
Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. Like perhaps calling Donald Trump a fascist and Nazi, saying that Charlie Kirk's a racist, he wants to take away women's rights, things like that. Would that be inflammatory rhetoric from politicians that you'd be referencing? Let me talk to the host, please. Would that be the same type of inflammatory rhetoric that you're talking about?
I think I would say that there's okay arguments as to why those things could be true.
Yeah, so then it sounds like you're in agreement with me.
Yeah, if you think somebody's,
when you point out that the politicians aren't endorsing this, you actually just destroyed your own position, because the second I bring up that they were endorsing the same type of language and rhetoric and were using it from the top down, you're in a complete agreement with me. So these are contributing factors for this.
Do you think there's any reasonable arguments as to say that Charlie Kirk might be racist or no?
I've not seen a compelling one yet.
You haven't seen any compelling one at all?
No. He was very middle of the road. Especially when it came...
Middle of the road?
Middle of the road politically, especially when it came to the dissident right, when it came to racial policies. He was very middle of the road.
It's like not believing in evolution, middle of the road now? Or am I just like unfamiliar for our current political scene?
What would that have to do with racialism?
It's not racist.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with racialism?
I'm just saying, he seemed like he seemed pretty like far right.
No, well, okay, first of all, not believing in evolution wouldn't make you far right either. What are you talking about? True. It would be based around social issues, primarily in this atmosphere. Social issues would be the determining factor.
Far right, you could point to him promoting the Great Replacement conspiracy theory.
Yeah, okay, so tell me what he said about the Great Replacement then. What did he actually say?
From my understanding, he said that people are coming in basically changing or replacing the American culture.
No.
And that was kind of his contention.
Nope. What he had was, again, a middle-of-the-road position. Kirk's position was that if your birth rate is under replacement level and you are bringing in a huge amount of immigrants from other nations, then the domestic population is going to be replaced. That logically tracks, yeah.
Who's bringing them in?
Well, in this case, the people who seem to want them in the most are Democrats, yes.
Why would the Democrats want them in?
There's lots of theories as to why. The most common one is because they want a brand new constituency.
Could you think maybe immigrants would be good for the economy?
Sure. I think that you can have all sorts of second-class tier citizens who are good for GDP, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily good for the nation, even if you have a higher GDP. Like, I could make the argument slavery would be good for GDP too. So what?
When immigrants come in, they both create supply and demand, do they not?
I can make the same argument for slavery.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Why couldn't I?
Make supply.
They don't make supply. Slaves don't have children. What?
No, sorry, they don't make demand.
How do they not make demand?
They don't buy products. They're slaves.
They still consume products.
They consume products that their master gives.
So
that's demand as if they were.
So my children have no demands because I buy their products. Stupid.
No.
What a dumbass argument, dude.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you malnourish your kids?
Well, even if I did, it would still be the same thing. They would still be consuming products, dipshit.
Wait, Andrew.
What a dumbass.
This is analogous. One second. This is analogous. This is extremely. This is extremely disanalogous because slaves produce significantly more supply than they do demand. Even if they do a minuscule amount of demand, it's significantly more on the supply side.
Yeah, it is. It is more economically advantageous to have
your kids
black people.
don't work. Your kids don't make any supply anyway.
It's also less demand than it would be otherwise. So if they were free people, they would be purchasing more than if they were slaves because slave masters aren't going to give themselves.
So back to the
whatever. Let's ignore that.
Yeah, you didn't even make a point. All you said is that they're going to make more supply than demand. When your initial position was that they wouldn't make, they made no demand.
Well,
just lying through your teeth.
The simple thing is here that it is economically advantageous to bring immigrants into the country. When it comes to the slaves, it's not economically advantageous to have slaves. It's more economically advantageous for the slaves to be free.
Okay, but
True.
So wait a second. I just want to make sure I got this right. More advantageous for who?
For the country.
For
America.
For the economy.
Okay, prove
America.
it. Prove
I
it.
don't know about you though.
Prove it.
Economically, yeah, you're going to have higher GDP because they're going to be producing.
How would you? Why would you have higher
but,
GDP than if you didn't have to pay any Social Security taxes?
Because if
you didn't have to take care of any of their welfare, nothing.
Because if they're buying more products, okay, if they're buying more products, then companies are going to increase supply in order to meet that new demand. And if more products are being made, that's an increase in gross domestic productivity. So you're having an increase in GDP.
Yeah, and you could have those people making all those products for free. Stupid.
But yeah, but they
what a dumbass! You would have a completely free labor force making all of those products for all the consumers who want them, which means those prices would go way down and way more people would buy those products. How dumb are you, bro?
Were slaves restricted? Were slaves restricted from buying items, and were slaves put on very poor diets in order to decrease the amount you have to pay in order to upkeep them?
Sure.
You would agree, correct?
Sure.
So if they get full access to the economy, they start buying more things, more products, and then the economy naturally will
you're at the mercy. No, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. If you have a labor force who is completely free to the corporation, the consumer product will decrease and people will still buy way more of those products. They'll buy way more of those products because they're much cheaper because they don't have to pay the labor force. What you're saying right now makes no sense. You're at the mercy of your same argument. Not only that, this is all a red herring away from what I'm on here to talk about, which is simply this. And you try to evade from this. How is it that you left-wingers and your politicians are not, when you call the right fascist and Nazis, and you say that they're evil, and you say they want to take away all your rights, et cetera, how is that not contributing? How is that not? Would you like for me to give you a list?
You're
like
wrong,
Elon,
cringy. JD Vance called him a Nazi.
How about Elon Omar?
How about Elon?
How about Elon Omar? Has Elon Omar ever called any of them Nazis?
Who did she call a Nazi?
Would you like for me to pull up the quote?
It was who is it about?
Here, I'll pull them up.
Okay.
So was JD Vance inflaming violence when he said that?
As
Trump
far
was a
as
Nazi?
I know, RFK and JD Vance are the only people who called Trump a Nazi.
I mean, the problem is that this kind of inflammatory rhetoric is probably going to contribute to violence. That's probably true, but it happens that this is just political language right now. When inflammatory shit happens,
this is very Evie wave. The quote: "This is a very eerie wave of similar situations in history, like Nazi Germany and elsewhere." And the public, and this is Trump being publicly hateful and publicly loud, like they were. Yes, it's calling him a Nazi, sir. Did you know that?
No, not really.
I don't think I was calling him a Nazi.
How is that not calling them a Nazi?
I would say it's. I would say that.
If I said you're just like Adolf Hitler, that's not calling you a Nazi, bro.
That's not what she said.
He was describing.
Can I read the quote for you again? Are you just deaf? Did you not catch the quote?
Yeah, of course. Read the quote. Yes, of course. Read the quote again.
This is a very eerie wave, similar situations in history, like Nazi Germany and elsewhere. Trump is publicly hateful and publicly loud.
The way that Trump is centralizing power and ignoring like.
So she did call him a Nazi, right?
To centralize more power.
So she called him a Nazi.
They're not talking about persecution of Jewish people.
Yeah.
What is that? You could be a Nazi without persecuting Jewish people. Most Nazis didn't even persecute Jewish people.
She's saying that the centralized...
Did I stutter? Did I stutter?
On the Jewish New Year and everything, Andrew.
Do we know? Do we know what?
Hang on. Did I stutter? Do you think I just said something which is not accurate?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
What was the context in which that quote was brought up? What was you?
No, from to the host, not you. Not you, stupid. The host. When I said it's the case that most Nazis were not involved in that portion of what happened during the Holocaust. That's true, right? You agree that that's true.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So then, why did you give me the skeptical eye roll? Like I said something outrageous.
I mean, I didn't say you're wrong. I don't know why you're like.
Because you gave me the skeptical eye roll, like I said something outrageous when all I did was say something which was true and factual. And by the way, yes, Ilhan Omar did call him a Nazi. She's called him a fascist many times. Multitudes of. Hang on. Almost done.
How she tried to. Wait, I'm sorry. No, Andrew.
I'm sorry.
Did you just ignore everything I said?
Sorry. Let me finish. I'm almost done. I'm sorry. Let me finish.
Did you just ignore everything I said?
Let me finish.
Did you just ignore?
No, let me finish, bro, and then you can say whatever you want. Just let me finish.
And the comparisons between Nazi Germany and what Trump is doing now.
Let me finish, and then you can say whatever you want. So
how about you actually address what I said?
Okay, I'll address everything you said, but first I'm going to finish what I was saying. So it is the case that, yes, we can easily point to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, perhaps thousands and thousands of examples of high-level Democrat politicians either making direct comparisons to how the administrations like Nazi Germany, or that they're fascist, that they're trying to take away your rights, that they want to disenfranchise all people, they hate immigrants, they're racist, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of those things, inflammatory rhetoric, and yes, that is the type of rhetoric which led to the demise of Kirk. Now go ahead.
Sometimes inflammatory rhetoric is appropriate when things are inflamed. I mean, I hate to.
Yeah, true. Like I don't like.
Especially when you're the ones inflaming them.
Trump will constantly bring up how. Well, I'm sorry. Trump will constantly bring up how Yeah, obviously, Trump supporters will constantly talk about how the judiciary is engaging in like a persecution of Trump or like unwarranted judicial power. But turns out that when you do like crazy things, you're going to get crazy responses. So if you're going to like engage in actions that people might call fascist, you might get people calling you fascist.
Action?
Keep in mind,
what's a fascist action by this administration? Name a
shot.
single fascist action by this administration. Fascist.
Would you agree that like Would you agree that authoritarianism is like part of fascism?
Authoritarianism meaning?
Authoritarianism, centralization of power.
Well, then that would be every administration.
But do you agree like Trump is doing it to like an extent that like no other administration has engaged in?
No.
In like recent history.
Not
Really?
even close. Not even in the same universe.
Do you think?
Abraham Lincoln assessed way more power?
Example?
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln assessed way more power to the Union. So
I said
Andrew
recent
Andrew
history.
Jackson.
Did I say 1860s? Bro?
What's recent?
Recent history?
What's recent history?
Like just past 50 years.
Yes, of course.
Or past 100 years.
When Obama tried to nationalize health care, that was bringing in an assessment of a lot more centralized power to the government, especially over people's bodies. So yes, there's many cases where I can give you examples of when the federal government has tried to centralize more authority to themselves, or one branch has. The Patriot Act would be another such example of a centralization of power in government, and that was authorized by Congress. And that would
We're
be
talking about centralizing it to one person.
Yes,
not centralizing
the Patriot Act did that. The Patriot Act centralized to one person, authorized by Congress. Yes, that was giving way more authority. Obama killed people using the Patriot Act. He unalived people utilizing the Patriot Act. Obama did.
Can you give me an example of the FCC like canceling shows of people they didn't like?
Yeah, that's a super
Yes.
specific
Well,
example.
hang on.
Obviously,
I gave you first of all, I gave you a super specific example of a government which centralized more authority towards the executive branch under the Patriot Act, authorized by Congress. That was hang on, and then I'll give you one on the FCC too. So this is what's really funny about this. The Biden administration was putting political pressure on Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, which at the time was one of the largest media operations in existence from private media individuals, in order to deplatform people for what he would call, quote, misinformation and other things. Zuckerberg didn't even want it. That was a private company being badgered by the government of the United States, a Democrat government, by the way, to shut up and to deplatform people. And not just one person, thousands upon thousands of people.
Are you talking about the Twitter files?
I think didn't Donald Trump also do the same thing at the same time?
Yes.
Do what? No, he didn't. What political pressure was he putting on Facebook?
He tried to pressure X and Facebook both to take down posts.
He sued Facebook. So
Yeah.
He sued Facebook.
He sued Facebook. He's suing law offices. He's using the
That's not
power
putting.
of the president.
Wait a second. So your whole thing is, Andrew, can you give me examples of another administration doing the same thing? Yes, here you go. But what about Trump though? I just answered your question about how. So I just want to make sure, was that fascist authoritarianism when Joe Biden was applying pressure to Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg to deplatform thousands of conservatives?
When you say apply pressure, like what do you mean? Like what was he doing exactly?
So not just his Department of Justice, but the FBI was in correspondence with Mark.
Biden didn't have a Department of Justice.
Bro,
that was his campaign that did that. It was Biden's campaign, not Biden as president.
Yes, Biden as president too. Yes,
no, it was Biden's campaign.
Bro, the Biden administration.
Biden as president too.
Yes, it was. You're crazy. And by the way, yes, they applied through the FBI especially, and this was under the, we have to do good by the American public by getting rid of disinformation actors. They were telling Zuckerberg and Facebook that law enforcement needed to work hand in hand with them to get rid of this disinformation, and most of that was about COVID. So the thing is, that's a private entity getting pressured by the government. How's that not fascist?
So, like, when you say, from my understanding, if we look at, like, the Twitter files, I think it was even the majority of the posts that the FBI deemed, like, were potential Russian misinformation. Twitter didn't even take down those because it was at their discretion. So I'm going to need, like, more than, they
didn't do it, so that means that they weren't being pressured to do it?
That means there wasn't consequences.
Can you let him answer? Can you let him answer?
Huh?
Can you let him answer? Yeah. So my question to you is,
putting pressure is different than having a relationship.
Okay, so it's the putting the pressure part that makes you the fascist, right? Not the compliance part.
Yeah. No shit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the Biden administration was being authoritarian in that aspect, right?
No, because they didn't put any.
Of course not.
Like those individuals with businesses still had discretion on what they wanted to do.
So did ABC. Hang on. So did ABC.
ABC didn't have the same
when
because they were going to get their license
coming out saying if you don't take care of Jimmy Kimmel, then we're going to be like revoking your broadcast.
We could do this the easier or the harder way.
Wait a second. All you're doing is talking about degree. Not that it's not authoritarian. Only that you think the degree of authoritarianism is off-putting when it's Trump, just not as off-putting when it's
Wait,
Biden.
Andrew.
No,
Andrew.
if the
Wait, is that
government
not
is
valid?
sorry, if the government
Yeah, I mean,
is
that's
working with
fine.
individuals to do something, and those individuals still have discretion if they want to work with the government or not, or if they want to follow along, that's not authoritarian.
Zuckerberg did not feel like
forcing them to do it.
No, Zuckerberg did not feel like he
Wait,
had a
Andrew,
choice. He
what
felt like he was
happened?
being pressured
He
by
clearly did
What
have choice.
happened?
The certain posts
Wait,
weren't taken
what-
down.
dude.
What
Yeah.
happened? What happened? What happened when he didn't comply? Were there any repercussions?
He
for him
he
not complying?
complied. He complied clear up until it became the Trump administration.
What happened to the people who didn't comply?
Nobody didn't comply. They complied.
That's not true.
Okay,
What do
prove
you mean
it. Show me
Facebook? Wait,
the
I'm sorry,
evidence.
wait.
Show me the evidence that Zuckerberg wasn't complying with the FBI because they were.
You said nobody.
I'm sorry,
didn't
I'm sorry.
comply. Dorsey literally didn't take down.
Yeah, nobody in the
com.
Zuckerberg was complying with the Biden administration. That's what he was
so
doing.
what happened to the ones that didn't comply?
Which ones? Who are they? Who are these ones you're
I'm pretty
talking
sure-
about?
Didn't they make recommendations?
Who's
to Dorsey
they?
To take down
Who's
certain
they?
information?
Who's
The
they?
FBI. Or I think it was the
FBI,
I don't
bro.
remember if it was
The FBI was
Biden
asking
campaign.
Dorsey to take certain things down. He didn't. I'm talking about Facebook. Dorsey's the head of Twitter, not Facebook.
Right. So I asked what happened to other. Social
I'm
media
talking about
platforms when They made
Facebook.
recommendations and nothing happened.
I'm talking about you're going to have different policies for different places that you're pressuring. Zuckerberg complied.
What do you think
Okay,
would
so,
have happened?
so
if
Andrew, like,
Zuckerberg
what
didn't
do we have like
comply?
specific like threats that were being made towards Facebook?
Oh my God.
Do we?
According to
getting at-
according to Zuckerberg, yes, and not only that, what would have happened if ABC didn't comply? Prove that anything would have happened.
They would have gotten their
Prove
license
it.
revoked.
Prove it.
Donald Trump previously said that they would have gotten their
So
license
that
revoked.
doesn't mean that it would have happened, right? Just like as long as
Right, so
Zuckerberg
what
didn't
was Zuckerberg
comply,
expecting
nothing
to
would have
happen?
happened because nothing happened to Jack Dorsey. It's the stupidest shit I ever
Wait,
heard.
I'm sorry. Did
expected to
Biden? Wait,
happen?
What are you talking about? But
Yeah,
by the
wait,
way,
wait,
you're
here's the
still moving
difference.
away from the
Here's the
point.
difference.
How is that not
Wait, Andrew.
authoritarian?
Andrew, here's the difference.
What's the
I agree,
difference?
That was a stupid
When-
fucking bar
wait,
for these
here,
people to bring up. I agree.
Wait, let me tell you the difference, okay? Both of them apply pressure on people. If those people don't comply,
Uh-huh.
one side gives repercussions and one side didn't give repercussions. We can see the people who didn't comply with Trump got repercussions, like being sued, like.
So
like
it's only
having
authoritarianism
repercussions that
if it
way.
isn't empty threats?
So wait,
What?
There
It's
was
only
no threats, there was no
authoritarianism
threat.
if
Yeah,
it
there
There
isn't
was no
empty
threat,
threats.
Andrew, your premise is wrong. There
was no
was
threat.
what threats?
yeah,
What
there was no
threats,
threat.
Andrew?
There was recommendations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
there's
difference between a
recommendations.
threat and a recommendation, Andrew. Come on.
Yeah, all Biden administration is saying is like, we think this might be misinformation. Do with it what you want.
I know you're not this dumb. Come on.
No,
Yeah, please.
actually,
No,
that's
You can see there's a difference.
You guys are not in a position to be ad homing. I just want to let you guys know.
holy shit.
I agree. I do
So,
agree.
Zuckerberg did say that he felt like he was being pressured, and that he thought that there could be the power of other government agencies who got involved if he did not take down what they called the COVID-19 misinformation on Facebook, and he had to put in a much more aggressive policy that he was not thrilled about at all. He did feel like he was pressured. Now,
Was there ever a threat?
hang on, the entirety of your argument. Well, the threat may not always be implicit. But that wouldn't
not
make it
always be
less
implicit.
authoritarian. Like if the government was just
Yes, it
like,
literally would. If
so
there was no
okay,
threat,
so
then
if
that would make it
so
less
let's pretend for a second I'm a law enforcement agent. I call you and I'm like, hey man, I need you to do this for me. Probably bad things will happen if you don't.
That's
But
not-
but
that-
you know
that's not what it
probably
was like.
probably
Sorry, excuse me?
is that a threat? Do you consider that a threat?
That's not what happened.
Oh,
Bro,
okay, wait. I said again.
it is what
I said,
happened.
Wait, again. I said. Wait,
That's
I,
not
again,
what
it was
happened.
more,
They never said maybe
no, again,
something
can you-
bad will happen if you don't do it.
Andrew,
that
can
never
you prove
happened.
that? Can you bring up that that's what the
I'm
FBI
actually,
was telling
I'm
Mike
actually,
Zuckerberg?
yeah, I'm actually bringing it up so I can show you what Zuckerberg himself was talking about.
No, not what Zuckerberg
Basically,
said.
these people,
That's what
these
happened.
quote,
Yeah, not what
yeah,
Zuckerberg. Oh, I'm serious.
quote. Basically, these people from the Biden administration would call our team and scream at them and curse. It got to the point where we were like, "Oh my God, no, we're not gonna take down any more things that are true." They would scream at us and scream at us and scream at us. Man, that doesn't sound authoritarian at all. Sounds like nice
he
people.
never said threaten, right?
What do
He
you
never
think?
said threaten, right? Did he ever say threaten?
If I'm from the IRS and
Did
I
he ever
call
say
you
threaten?
and start screaming and cursing at you, would you take that as a threat?
Only if they said I'm going to do something to you.
You're so
or I
full of
face
fucking
repercussions if I
dog
don't do
shit.
it.
So if a cop was in
Andrew,
your face
Andrew,
screaming and cursing at
Andrew,
you, you wouldn't feel threatened?
Andrew, Just out of curiosity, what's more of a threat? The FBI calling you and saying, "Hey, you should do this," or the FBI calling you and saying, "Hey, you should do this, or else we're going to arrest you"? Which is more of a threat?
I think a direct call from members of the Biden administration screaming and cursing at me that I needed to do X is a fucking threat.
Was that
it's a worse threat. It's a worse threat. Worse threat.
Was that an answer to Renewal's question?
Yeah, it was. It's a worse threat. The other way is a worse threat. So here, I'll even show you. I can actually demonstrate this to you. So if one cop said, "Do what I say, or I'm going to put you in a chokehold," right? Then you would say that's an implicit threat, right?
No, that's a direct threat.
Yeah. It's
a
direct threat. The cop next to him gets up and he starts screaming in your face and cursing in your face. Would you feel threatened?
Was it after the guy told me he was going to put me in a chokehold? Before?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't think he's going to put me in a chokehold.
Oh, God, dude. Okay. Well, now that we're done with that, now that we're done with this series of lies, I guess we can move on to the next one. A cop got in your face and it was screaming and cussing at you. Yeah. You wouldn't feel threatened.
So I'm curious. You think it's? Well, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just curious. Do you think it's more or less authoritarian if you intentionally circumvent the Constitution?
I'm just saying that they're both
exert some. Sort
I'm just saying by your standard, both of these things should be authoritarian, but they're not somehow, and I don't understand why.
Well, I'm just curious. Do you think it's more or less authoritarian if you intentionally circumvent the Constitution and judicial orders in order to carry out some sort of set of actions?
Yeah, you mean like not enacting the removal of the president of the United States when he's a fucking vegetable in office? That's circumventing your constitutional duty, and then hiding it from. Yes, it is, and then hiding it from the American people. Yes, it is.
Excuse me.
How?
You have an obligation. You have an obligation. If the president's not able to actually enact any of his orders and agendas, and he's unfit for office because he's a fucking vegetable. No, other people around him did. He didn't have the capacity to do it.
He literally did. He was signing executive orders.
Then we should 25th Trump.
Yes, exactly. That would be the duty that they would have had, but they didn't do it.
Does it say in the 25th Amendment that you have a duty to do it?
It's implied that you have a duty to do it. Yes.
No, it's not.
Really? Okay.
Wait. So wait. I just want to make sure I got this right. Hang on. I just want to make sure I got this right. So our constitutional framers wanted to make sure that we could have a vegetable for a president.
Hey, buddy, the 25th Amendment
can you answer my question?
Was an amendment. The framers never even put the 25th Amendment in place. So what you're saying, they had the duty to do.
Hang on. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that I got this right. Regardless, let's say it was made yesterday. Let's just say the 25th Amendment was made yesterday. Do you think that the drafters of that amendment wanted it there so that you could have a vegetable for a president if you wanted to? It was a choice. Can you answer my question?
The legal duty you're saying they have was not put into the Constitution by the framers.
What did I just say? I just said, let's say it was put in yesterday. Let's say it was just put in yesterday. Do you think anybody who would put in...
The framers would have put it in.
Do you think anybody who would put in that amendment would put it in so that you would have a choice to keep a vegetable president or not?
No, they put it in.
Answer my question, bro. Bro, let him answer.
It's just up to the vice president.
So you think?
No.
So you think that the option?
No.
Yeah, of course it's no. Of course that's there, and they're supposed to enact it. They're supposed to enact it when they're unfit. That's the point.
They can.
You are incorrect, Andrew.
Oh my God! So you actually think?
Why didn't they put the 25th Amendment in?
So you actually think that the drafters,
the 25th Amendment in the Constitution?
The drafters of the 25th. Yeah, well, let's start with this. When was the 25th? When was the 25th put in as an amendment?
I don't know. You're making the argument.
Let us look.
Yeah, let's make sure we get it right.
Andrew, Andrew, I'm just curious. Do you know who wrote the 25th Amendment?
1967.
Yeah, Congress.
1967.
But no, like who's the main like?
That doesn't fucking matter, Cringer. Stop doing it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's because he's doing the Tim Pool thing. So
yeah. So
it was 1967.
Yeah. So this is the clarification, and this was on. Oh, okay. So hang on a second. So this was on the back of the JFK assassination. Yeah. So what do you think the intent of this was, by the way?
To fill vacancies.
To fill vacancies. So if I could give you some express quotes here about the obligation that you would have to remove unfit presidents from office, would you then concede the point?
Depends
potentially.
Who the quote is by, but yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that we had that clear.
Is it a Supreme Court quote?
Yeah, it would depend, but yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'm pulling up
Like if
the
the Supreme.
Yeah, go ahead.
While you do that, if the Supreme Court said that, like, yeah, sure. Supreme Court's the supreme law of the land, but I at least don't know of any Supreme Court judgment that said the 25th.
Well, wait a second.
enacted.
I don't know why you would defer to the Supreme Court as being
Well,
the only
also-
ones who could say this.
I'm also rejecting the fact that Biden couldn't execute his presidential duties, but
True.
Yeah.
Like, if we're using that standard, Trump should have been 25th in 2016, but
Yes.
like,
Yeah, so let me
the mental faculties of this man are.
Yeah. So
unbelievably
I just wanted to make sure that I got these right. So
Yeah.
as far as we must remove unfit presidents from office, this was a quote by Nancy Pelosi. I have another quote from Chuck Schumer, another one from
I don't give
Bill
a fuck about
Clinton,
Nancy
another one
Pelosi
from
or Chuck
Richard
Schumer.
Nixon, another one from, I mean, the list goes
Elizabeth
on
Warren.
and on and
Nancy
on.
Pelosi or Chuck Schumer.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I love Richard Nixon. I take all of my constitution.
So I just want to make sure. Hang on. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure in
Richard Nixon
modernity,
said that?
your
Oh,
own. Hang on. Who was Nancy Pelosi in office at the same time as Joe Biden was
You
president?
said the framers. You said the framers.
I'm not talking about the framers right now. That was an hour ago. Talk to me. Tell me again,
You were
bro.
talking about the framers of the 27th
Yeah, you
Amendment.
literally said the framers.
Yeah. Okay, we're
think the
way
framers
past
would have
that now.
wanted-
Way past that now. And I didn't
Wait, you
ask about a
concede that
quote
the
from the
framers-
framers just now. I
you
said if I could quote
concede-
you,
Yeah, I know,
these
because you walked off the
politicians
point.
saying this.
Because you walked off the point.
What are you
acknowledge
talking
that the
about?
Framers didn't say
I
anything
need
about
you.
it?
We can go back to that in a second. But let's try this. Do you think
Let's go
Nancy?
back to it
Do you think
now,
that
before
Nancy
you pivot it off to
Pelosi?
a
Do you think that
different
Nancy? Because we're on this.
Before you pivot it off to a different
You
thing,
can.
let's talk about
All you're
the
trying to do is
goalpost
run.
shift is
You
just
look
the
at you
same.
running. Look at you running, bro.
The
Do
only
you
way
think?
you're running is you.
Do you think? Yeah, there's five.
You're
There's
running- you're
there's
running from your-
there's five of you. There's five of you. One of me, and I'm the one running. Give me a break. So anyway, real quick.
No, you just pivot
Help
it
me
and
out
you
here. Help me out
I
here.
don't give a fuck about
If Nancy
Nancy Pelosi,
Pelosi,
there's no-
if
I
Nancy
don't care about Nancy
Pelosi,
Pelosi.
okay, so shut up. Let me ask the question. If Nancy Pelosi says that there's a duty to remove unfit presidents from office, then didn't she have a duty to remove Joe Biden from office?
Theoretically, she did. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So then, why didn't she?
By her own standards.
So why
I don't
didn't
like
she?
Nancy Pelosi.
So
I
why
don't
didn't
know.
any of these Democrats who say that they have a duty to do this? Why didn't they do it?
I don't know.
Because then
You don't know?
know?
Because they wanted to keep power, right?
But again, keep in mind,
need to interrupt just for
I
a
was
second. Sorry, this
contesting
is
the fact that
moderation.
you said the framers wanted to
This
do
is just a
this.
moderation thing. I'm clicking Antoine because there's too many people up here for debating one person.
Okay, that's fine.
That's just the reality, guys. Yeah, I need to
Picking
pick-
the only
and
black
if
guy
some-
in a
Oh,
panel.
it's sick.
If somebody else wants to leave,
Are you
if
sure we
somebody
can't?
else- if
We can't just
somebody else
stick.
could-
You sure we can't just stick with the 6v1? That's
let's
usually how you TikTokers do it.
If somebody else could leave too, that would be great too.
Yeah. So anyway, I'd like to get back to
I'm
the
gonna drop
idea of the
down.
fascist
Wait.
rhetoric.
Okay.
Before I
thank you.
drop down, I wanted to say thank you guys. I love you lots, Andrew. I hope you can open jars in the future. And Happy New Year. Happy Jewish New
I
Year.
hope you
Talk
stop
to y'all
having
later.
gay sex one day. So anyway, back to this though.
Maybe one day.
Can you tell
Why is
me?
Andrew the only one on the
Wait, why
panel
does that
thinking about
matter?
gay sex?
Yeah. Can you tell me real quick what makes Donald Trump a fascist? Because that's where we were at.
Okay, yeah, I think he's done authoritarian actions to like a higher degree than any other president, such
Well,
as
let's
intentionally
establish what a
intent-
fascist is first.
Huh?
Let's establish what a fascist is first.
Yeah, ultranationalist, authoritarian that engages in like some otherization of a certain group, as well as like as well as like the subversion of individual will.
Okay, so an ultranationalism, extreme nationalism, you want to use the definition for that ideology?
That wasn't the only ones that he gave.
Yeah. What? Excuse me.
I'm just specifically talking about this criteria of ultranationalism. Do you want to use the definition of ultranationalism?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, so a form of
It's
nationalism
nationalism to a higher
in which
degree
a
in real
country
life.
asserts and maintains its hegemony, supremacy, other forms of control over other nations. Ultranationalism entities have been associated with the engagement of political violence even during peacetime. Let's see if we can find something that we can agree to for an ultranationalist definition. Maybe an academic definition. Something like this. Would you associate ultranationalism with racialism, for instance?
Good luck, Cringy. I love you.
Love you, Renewed. Racialism?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily.
Yeah, good luck, dude.
The idea of racial supremacy?
The idea of racial, not necessarily.
Okay, so how's this for a definition? Extreme nationalism promotes the interest of one state or people group above all others. Extreme devotion to one's own nation. Ultranationalism is often associated with the notion of a national rebirth. Would you agree with that?
National, yeah, generally, yes.
A national rebirth.
Like make America great again. That's probably. I think that's probably invoking some sort of national rebirth.
Okay.
Concept.
I'm fine. I'm fine with using that. And then what was the other criteria that you had?
Authoritarianism.
Authoritarianism.
Centralization of power.
Okay, and that's what makes fascist fascist?
No. And then I said otherization of a group of people.
Otherization being.
Like saying that these group of people aren't us. These group of people need to be removed or dealt with in some sort of way.
Removed or dealt with. Okay, so I just want to make sure I got this right. So I think we have the definition of ultranationalism down, right? And then you add authoritarianism to it, and then otherization of people. Is that right? Okay, so how's that different from communism? From the USSR, communist USSR, how's that different?
Communism or socialism explicitly is all people. Communists or socialists.
No. I gave you a specific example. How's this different than the USSR?
Yeah, USSR or communism. I guess we could just quote Marx here. It's like
no. The USSR itself, not Marxist theory.
You're talking about the USSR.
Not Marxist theory. How is your definition not apply 100% to the USSR?
Yet USSR wasn't authorizing groups of people.
Yes, they were. They otherized Jewish people. They otherized black people. They otherized anybody who wasn't part of the state apparatus. They otherized huge groups of people. What are you talking about?
This isn't a bullet bite, bro. This is obviously they did that.
Obviously.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it wasn't the Jesus Christ. It wasn't the centerpiece of their ideology. Or
yes, it was the very first thing.
I mean, if you want to say,
yes, it was the center point. If you want to say
the authorized landlords are capitalists, I might agree with you. But if you're going to say it was explicitly racially aligned, I would disagree.
No, it doesn't have to be racially aligned, does it? We just got your definition, didn't we? And you just said otherizing groups of people. You didn't say anything about it having to have a racial category. Now you're just making shit up. How does the USSR differ from your definition of fascism exactly?
Yeah, because the USSR didn't I guess that is fascist, sure.
All right, I appreciate your time, man. I hope you have a wonderful day. The
fascist state is fascist.
I know. I know the communist state of Russia were fascist.
Yeah, we're not communists.
So what were they going to war with the fascists over exactly? What were they going to war with them for?
Who? The USSR against the Nazis?
Yeah, what were they going to war with the fascists?
The Nazis were also fascists.
Yeah, but you remember how the USSR called them fascists?
Yeah.
Yeah, what were they what was that thing they were fighting with them over, do you think?
Wait. Hold on, Andrew. I just
No, hold on, nothing. I'm not debating 4 people. I'm debating 1 person. Let him answer.
Yeah, I guess the USSR.
Not you, dude. I'm talking to the host.
Okay.
Huh? Excuse me?
I just asked you, what do you think that the communists were fighting with the people they called the fascisti over?
Yeah, they're economic ideologies and principles.
That's what you think they were fighting over?
Yeah, probably land, territory, and nationalistic ideology as well. Yeah.
Those probably had a different definition.
So you think? So you think that the Soviet Union, the communist Soviet Union? Okay, well let's just try this one then. What about Mao Zedong? Or Pol Pot? How about, was Pol Pot a fascist too?
You're just naming horrible people. We don't align with those guys.
I'm talking about Pol Pot's Cambodia communist nation. Were they fascist as well under your definition?
Yeah, they would be.
Yeah, they would be. And then Mao would also be a fascist.
Okay, well, for Andrew, what do you think? Andrew, what do you think fascism is?
Fascism seeks to unite the corporate body with the state, and it utilizes the symbol of the fascisti to do so. It's saying that there's 2 heads, 1 body. It's corporatization is what fascism is. You guys have always gotten this wrong because you don't know history and you're all fucking stupid. So that's what fascism is. Has nothing. It is true that there are hallmarks to fascism which can include authoritarianism, though Franco Spain was far less authoritarian than Mussolini's Italy was. So yeah, that's what fascism is. It's a uniting of the corporate body of the state with the head of state for the interest of the people. That's what they consider fascism to be. Under your criteria, all communist nations were fascist, the fascist nations were fascist, and the United States would even be fascist during World War II. How did the United States not otherize people? How the United States otherized everybody during World War II? They were ultra-nationalists by your definition during World War II. They fit all the boxes. So was the United States also fascist?
I don't think the United States was ultra-nationalist in the way you're putting them to be.
Okay, well, which part of this do you disagree with, even though you just agreed to this definition of ultra-nationalism? You said that ultra-nationalism, and agreed it's extreme nationalism, promotes the interest of one state and people above all others, extreme devotion to one's nation. Ultra-nationalism combined
if
with
that was true, I don't think
with the notion of national rebirth, that was all the propaganda around World War II, and we most certainly otherized groups of people, and that's where the idea of American exceptionalism came from. We're the best. We're the greatest. Nobody else matters. Let him answer, dude, not you. Let him answer.
I think if we were the best, why we give all the land and territory conquered back to the countries that
you didn't say that land
we'd liberated.
You did not say that land expansion was definitionally fascist. You gave three criteria, and under those three criteria, I want to know how the United States was not fascist under those criteria.
I think if we were going to put the interests of our citizens above the interests of all others, we wouldn't even be participating within the war, because we wouldn't want to send over our men to unalive for people for the fucking Britons.
They fucking attacked us, you twit. The Japanese attacked us. The Japanese attacked us.
Andrew, you're a fuckface. Germany never attacked us.
Okay, wait.
So hold on.
The Germans declared war on the United States the day after the Japanese attacked us, retard.
Stupid fuck. Let me talk.
When did okay, talk. I can't wait to hear this.
Let me talk. I understand you're a fuckface and you can't let anyone else talk. Because you think
Go
you're
ahead.
the center of
Go ahead,
the whole
bro.
fucking
Go
world.
ahead. Stop
Let me
talking.
fucking
No
talk
meta.
for
No
a
meta.
second.
No meta.
Brandon,
Just
how
make the
about
argument.
that?
No
How
meta.
about that?
No meta.
So you're right. You're right. Japan did attack us. You're missing the fact that no one in Europe, no one in Africa attacked us. Yet we sent troops to Africa and Europe. So explain that one.
Can you tell me when?
No. Explain that. No. We're not going to ask a question.
Okay.
Don't ask a question. Explain how we went to Europe and Africa when no one in Europe or Africa attacked us. Explain that.
Okay, I'll explain it to you. December.
You cannot.
I'm going to explain it right now.
Go for it.
Okay, shut the fuck up so I can. December 7th, 1941, Japan staged a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. Do you agree with that or not?
Yes, Japan.
December 11th, 1941.
No, Andrew,
Shut up. I'm answering the question.
Bro, you gotta let us.
Dude.
I don't know why you
All right.
asked me that question.
I'm just going to answer. I just asked you if you agreed. Shut up.
Let him fucking talk. Jesus.
Germany declared war on the United States 4 days later. Germany declared war on the United States 4 days later, stupid.
They never attacked us, did they?
They declared war on us, you fucking idiot.
Did they attack us?
What is a declaration? Can you tell me what a declaration of war is, dummy?
It's a statement
that you're now at war.
It's a hold on. I'll answer.
Wait, to be clear here, they were using. Wait, to be clear here,
yes,
they were using.
Answer.
They were using.
I can't wait to hear it.
It's a statement saying that you are our enemy.
It's a statement that you're at fucking war, stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a statement saying you are our enemy. That's what I said.
What a dumb fuck. You got to be the dumbest fuck I've talked to tonight. They declared war on us, dummy.
To be clear here, the Germany was using unrestricted submarine warfare and U.S. trade merchant
Correct.
ships.
And by the way, you can even go.
That trade matters is because we are sending troops and support to UK during this conflict.
We were not. First of all, we were not sending boots on the ground in Europe. We were sending supplies.
This is how I know you don't know shit about World War II.
Oh, you didn't even know that they declared war on us. Go ahead.
We were absolutely sending troops to the United Kingdom during World War II.
No,
and
that's not what I
support
said.
with regards- hold on.
Pre-World War II.
And support. Hold on. And
Mhm.
support with regards to ammunition and aid. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking
That's
about.
not.
Hold on.
I just got done saying the same thing.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, saying we weren't supporting the war
Oh
effort.
my
in
God!
the
I didn't
United
say we
States
weren't
at the time
supporting
of
the war effort. I said we weren't sending soldiers
just
to
said we
fight.
weren't.
No, I
Andrew,
didn't. You're not
Andrew,
listening.
You don't know history. It's
Bro,
fine.
you're the
I
only one here who
understand you
doesn't
don't
know history, so I'll walk you through it.
You're a dumbass.
Oh, dude,
It's fine.
how could I be the dumbass? You didn't even know they declared war on us 4 days after Pearl
I
Harbor,
didn't
you
say
idiot.
They didn't. I said they didn't attack us. Did I not?
Do we have a right to go to war with
Literally,
people
you
who
can't even understand words, Andrew.
Do you?
Andrew, you fail to
Okay.
understand words.
Well, when you're done sparking, let me know.
I understand you
Okay.
cannot understand
Yeah.
words, Andrew.
Go ahead, bro.
Brent,
You
keep going.
try to control a conversation by
Mhm.
saying a bunch of shit that's.
Hey, look.
Can't wait
we
to
need
hear it.
We need to bring the conversation back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about before?
Oh, well, this was really simple. Stupid over here was saying that the Germany didn't attack us, so we had no justification to be in Europe, even though the Germans declared war on us 4 days after Pearl
there was
Harbor, because he's that
justification.
fucking stupid.
The
He's
correct argument
actually
that there
that
was-
stupid.
There's more like isolationist policies that the U.S. could have taken.
You mean
that would've-
ultra-nationalists?
Huh? No, I said isolationist and ultranationalist.
We were already
policies.
isolationist at the time of World War II.
Well, yeah, obviously I know.
They
There was
declared
more-
war
there's-
on us, dude.
Jesus Christ, bro.
They
There's
declared.
more isolation. There's more isolationist and more ultranationalist
we weren't
policies. Policies the U.S. could have taken in order to like mitigate or like potentially not.
They
not even send
declared war on us after we got hit with a surprise attack by their fucking allies. What are you talking about?
We were
How does the
supporting
United
war
States not fit into the categories of all three of the criteria you gave me for fascist? How?
Yeah, I don't think it was like ultranationalist to the degree I'm talking about.
Well,
But
what
yeah,
is
I
the
get the-
degree you're talking about?
Because we weren't in a dictatorial state, Andrew.
Like so I would say like ultranationalist or like embodiment would be like if you're intentionally like talking about taking over or attacking allies.
What?
Would that be, like, an example
Wait,
of
what?
No, we weren't in a dictatorial
Wait,
state.
wait,
Like,
wait.
what are
You don't
talking
have to
about?
be. Dictatorial state was never in his criteria for what fascist
That is
was.
the definition of fascism.
It was
Andrew.
no, it's not the definition of fascism.
It
So
absolutely
monarchies are fascist.
Oh my fucking god! It's part of the definition of fascism.
Oh, so it's
Andrew.
not the definition of fascism now.
It's part of the definition of.
Oh, now it's part of it. But it wasn't
Yes,
his. Then how?
obviously it's part
Then
of
how
it.
come he didn't give that as part of his definition when I asked
I
him?
don't know, dude.
Exactly. So why don't you stay out of the conversation that you don't even know what's going on?
Why are you being anti-intellectualism by stating something that's not true?
Well, that wouldn't be anti-intellectualism, me correcting you when you don't even know what the conversation's about. Why don't you just
It is
calm
if
down
you're-
for
if you're
5 seconds?
actively stating things that aren't true.
What am I stating that's not true?
Do you recognize that dictatorial state is part of fascism?
No, that's not the criteria he gave. No.
Absolutely. No. Hold on, Andrew. It's not about what he said. It's about facts.
Do you realize that he gave? Did the guy I argue with give definition?
It doesn't matter.
Did the guy I'm arguing with give a definition or not?
He's gone. Okay.
Jesus Christ, Mr. Pettis.
Who was that? I'm sorry. Was that Kate?
Fucking, he's an idiot. So
No,
anyway,
that was
back to
Brent. It
this.
wasn't
Maybe we can finish this. What if it's extreme nationalism promotes the interest of one state or people above all others? The United States was clearly doing that pre-World War II and post-World War II, especially with the rhetoric of American exceptionalism and things like that. They were saying that America needed to put, and their interests needed to be put over the interests of all others. How does that not fit the criteria of ultranationalism?
Yeah, I think there's definitely like more like ultranationalist policies to like the degree I'd be talking about in order to like qualify as ultranationalist in the sense I guess I'm trying to invoke.
Like?
For example, post World War II, instead of like just explicitly giving money to help rebuild Europe, the United States could have like put that money on loans in order to like profit more for our citizens.
Also, really
No. That makes no sense.
He's going to
Listen.
say something.
Oh, dude.
Okay, wasn't your original claim about fascism, not ultranationalism?
And one of the criteria for fascism was
Yeah, ultranationalism.
okay,
That's one
great.
criteria.
So we're
That's
on
one
that
criteria.
So that's why we're on that point right now. So anyway, so back to this. Before Dummy interrupted, let's just make sure that we get this clear. The reconstruction of these foreign nations was done specifically to avoid another future war, like what happened post Treaty of Versailles. It was very much in the United States' interest to do that, putting themselves
Yeah,
first,
I'm just
putting
saying that-
themselves first. Still.
No, that's not putting themselves first.
Yes, it
what
was
I'm
putting
saying-
themselves first. The only
Wait,
reason
I'm
that we
just- I'm-
involved ourselves in the Reconstruction is because it was in our best interest. It served us best.
Yes.
But
yeah.
it also
I'm just
served
gonna-
other nations. So
just-
this
just-
wouldn't be
But the
ultranationalism,
criteria
it wouldn't be
isn't
detriment
is the
of these other
criteria for
nations.
ultranationalism is extreme nationalism promotes the interest of one state or people above all others. Not that you can't tangentially help other people while you're putting yourself first.
Yes. Yeah. As I was saying, I think there's been more like what do we call it? Extractionary policies the U.S. could have implemented while rebuilding Europe. That I think would have like more encapsulated like the version of ultranationalism I'm trying.
But
to
that wouldn't have been in our best interest, and our best
Yeah, what do
interests
you
are
mean?
what are that's what the ultranationalist definition you agreed to was, that we're putting our best interests first.
I could certainly think of ones that could be like more extractionary.
How could it be better than we have an American port in
could-
every single nation? The dollar becomes the world reserve currency. Not to mention, with all of these various ports, we get access to all seaboards across the entirety of the world, which guarantees our trade. What could we ever have done, which would have been more ultranationalist than that?
Like when we were investing in rebuilding Europe, you could have they could have said, okay, well, in 50 years, you're going to need to start paying off this loan for this amount of money, so we get like something back from this.
Dude, we basically did do that. We just did it through the various trade embargoes that are enforced with our United States Navy. They have to pay for that security. Not only that, the Japanese are only allowed to have a defensive force via treaty with us so that we could have an American port there. All for us. That
Okay,
would
but they're
fit.
not
That
paying
fits
us back,
every
right?
criteria that you have for ultranationalism, dude.
Yeah, but I think when we again, like when I the version of ultranationalism I'm trying to invoke, when I think we look at some of the rhetoric used around the reconstruction of Europe post World War II, we're not. It's not so much that like we are the best and like we're doing this purely for the interest of our nation, but we're doing this like out of some sort of like moral good.
We weren't. No, we were doing it purely out of the interest of our nation, and so was England. Both countries were doing it out of their best interest. Otherwise, we never would have allowed the Soviet Union to get involved either, right? But they wanted to do things out of their best interest as well. All of these countries were serving their own interest first before anybody else's. That's the exact definition you agreed to of ultranationalism. Why are you running away from that now? Why are you adding this new criteria of like, but they might have been somewhat altruistic?
I do agree to an extent. I am backtracking and
Totally.
like, adding in some.
Totally. So how? How is World War II America not fascist again by your criteria?
Yeah. I again, like I think we look at like our allies and like the rhetoric we're invoking, we're helping them. Again, it was like there's some sort of like moral or higher good.
No.
So like helping Europe rebuild.
Do you really think that the United States was doing this out of altruism, or were they putting bases everywhere and making sure that we were pivoting ourselves into being the global superpower? That was purely self-serving.
Yeah, no, I do think this was purely self-serving.
Okay, so then it's ultranationalism, bro.
But this also wasn't at the detriment of other.
Yes, it was at the detriment. How could you say Japanese can never have an offensive military that's not at their detriment?
Yeah, that was definitely not the detriment to Japanese.
You're just a contradiction machine,
I'm sorry.
bro.
Would you think if we let the Japanese just remilitarize and like continue doing whatever fucking imperialist shit they were doing?
Yeah, it wouldn't be in our best interest, would it?
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you think they'd have a better economy now, or
Yes. Oh yeah, sure, of course. I think that if the Japanese had an offensive military and were allowed to use offensive military style exercises, their economy would be better. Their people group would be better off. Sure. And by the way, let me just grant it. Let me just grant no that it wouldn't. We had no way to foresee that. We put those restrictions on them purely for our own self-interest and at their detriment.
It was also for the interest of other Asian countries and other countries that they could have possibly invaded.
Like who?
Other Asian countries.
Like
I said,
which
other
ones?
countries that they could have possibly invaded.
Like which ones? China?
Vietnam?
Do you mean the country we went to war with?
Yeah.
Look at the big brain on Brad. So it sounds all like it's all ultra nationalistic to me.
Thanks for the donuts.
Yeah, but like I think typically when we're talking about ultranationalist, I think typically when we're talking about like ultranationalist or ultranationalism, I don't really feel like there's any sort of like higher or like moral good people are trying to invoke in order to like get these sort of policies or invoke this kind of
based on what? There's no definition of ultranationalism that has anything to do with moral prescriptive oughts. That the moral prescriptive ought that you can't help other nations because you put your nation first. That's literally nowhere definition anywhere. You're just making that up as you go.
Okay, wait. I'm just curious. Do you think we could have like Treaty Versailles Japan or
what? No, we couldn't have Treaty of Versailles it. No.
Okay, so do you're aware of the treaty after World War I that was placed in Germany, correct?
Yes, the Treaty of Versailles that you're referencing, but that was a different context, though.
We could have done that to Japan, though, correct?
No, because
no, why not?
Because Japan
that was unconditional surrender. We could have.
No, we couldn't because what the Treaty of Versailles did was it split Germany up, and it gave part of it to the French, and it gave part of it to the Polish, and this is what led to.
I'm talking about the.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm talking about the loan part, the extractionary part, where Germany was made to pay, well, it's actually inconceivable amounts of money back to the Allies for essentially losing the war.
Yeah, for restitutions. No, for us it was in our.
We didn't do that to Japan.
Yeah, because we put an American fucking port there. That's why.
Yeah, but we still could have done that though, correct?
No, we couldn't have. The whole point of the deal that we were making with them was you have no defensive military. We now have access to this entire seaboard for trade, for whatever the hell it is that we want. And we went in, by the way, and we westernized that, and we used Japan as a launching area for the Korean War. So the thing is like it was in our best interest. It was all for us.
So again, what was stopping us from implementing some sort of extractionary Treaty of Versailles policy in Japan again?
They would have started fighting with us again.
Would have started fighting with us? What do you mean? They unconditional surrendered. We
owned
the territory.
And then what happened in World War I? Germany unconditionally surrendered, right? And then they start fighting with people again.
Of course they
did. Wait a second. So then, doesn't matter if there's an unconditional surrender, does it? What matters is that you have one that lasts a long time.
To be clear, Germany wasn't military occupied in a way Japan was. We could have continued.
No, it was way worse.
Military. I'm sorry. To be clear, we could have continued a military occupation of Japan, not only built any army and an extreme extractionary,
if you wanted them to start killing you, sure, just like what happened in Germany.
Why you can't remilitarize if you're occupied? If there's a military occupying your island, I don't know how you're supposed to do that. Excuse me.
What? Wait, what? Wait. So you're saying
how do you start rearming your military if another country?
How did the North Vietnamese army fight with us when they were occupied by the French before us and then occupied by us? How were they able to continue to fight with us, sir?
The North Vietnamese army could control vast swaths of territory.
So wait a second. You're saying that peasants can pick up rifles and start shooting your fucking people. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. But again, we control again. And just to be clear here, we controlled everything. We controlled everything Japan had, all of it,
except their citizenry. So if you put too oppressive a policy when you're an occupying force on a citizenry, they tend to start killing you, right? And we learned that lesson from the Treaty of Versailles, the thing that you brought up, the unconditional surrender thing that you brought up, and that led to World War II thing we're talking about. And so in Japan, it was in our best interest to have ourselves a nice American port there, with them having a defensive military only and being our bitch forever and ever and ever.
I would agree to an extent. There's definitely more authoritarian aspects or alternate aspects you could have levied on Japan. I 110% think.
Okay, so then all of this seems to fit with ultranationalism, bro. Sorry.
Huh?
So all this seems to fit with Americans being ultranationalist.
When I'm trying to invoke ultranationals, actually, a lot of times I do think ultranationalism is at the detriment to the country who's engaging in it because they don't understand long term. I'm correcting here. They don't understand long term.
Take the L. Take the L. It's bad, dude.
Long-term policy.
And stop googling while Andrew's talking.
You have
I'm playing fucking Enlisted, dude. What the hell?
All right. Well, I enjoyed the conversation, guys. I got another panel I'm going to jump on. You all have a wonderful night. Thank you for having me up on your panel. I did enjoy the conversation. I bear you no ill will at all.
Fan, dude.
All right. Take care, guys.
Fanboy.
Bye. Pickles. Yeah, good shit though.
Fanboy.
They're going to unfuck America. Woman, bring me a drink. Bring me a fucking drink, woman. One slip up. I made one fuck up. And I'm going to take the L for it right now. Go ahead and give me the L. And it was on the 25th Amendment when I made the founder's comment. Shouldn't have done that. That was my one slip up. Trash, but here's the thing. You trash fuckers on 100 points, and they'll always hold you up on 1, right? That's my 1 L. So go ahead and give me the L's. See, I can take my L's when I get my L's. But shall we admit that it was 99 W's to an L? 99 W's to an L. But I'll take my L's. Give me the L's. Come on. Give me the L's. Come on. Come on, baby. But I'll never make that mistake again. And ultimately, it played into my favor. But I'll never make that mistake again. Make the mistake once. You make the mistake once. But it wasn't a perfect record. I trashed their asses, but it wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. Well, I mean, the 6-on-1, I can't cope too hard about that because that's just my life. My life is always 7-on-1, 6-on-1, 5-on-1. It's never. I almost never get an even playing field ever. Almost never. 5v1, constant goalpost shifting with multiple rage quits. Big W. Parker's live on YouTube. You gonna invade? No, we're here on TikTok. If he was on TikTok, I would jump on his stream. Tell him to go live on TikTok. Yeah, almost flawless, but not flawless. Not flawless. Well, you can't lose a debate. Ever. You can only learn and get better from them. But those guys still lost that debate. It's not a contradiction. It's not a contradiction. Don't ask me to reconcile it. It's not a contradiction. Shut up. You shut up. You shut up. You. I'm talking to you. Shut the fuck up. Don't judge me. Don't do it. Oh, he's on TikTok? Well, let's take a look. No, he's definitely not live on TikTok, bro. I'm looking at his TikTok account right now. 1.5 million followers. He's definitely not live right now. He just made that shit up, bro. I'm looking at it right now. Look, you can see it for yourself. I'll just show it to you. Boom, 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 boom. As you can clearly see, that does not say live. Because he's not live right now, dummy. Sorry. I'd go over and have a chat with him right this second. No, you shut up. Well, I don't know what his second account is, dude.
Of non-Christians, right? At the start of the transatlantic slave trade.
Thank you.
A white tea woman, right? A white tea woman ran the show. A white woman. Is that good enough for you? You want to know what EDU that came from? Would you like the EDU? Because I am the history major up here, so I can give it to you. Because I'm not just pulling it out my ass.
Oh, I would like to know.
Okay. So you can go to Low Country Digital History Initiative. It's a library. It's a .edu. It's a library that we use often in African and African American studies. And you would go to the section about the Spanish and the New World.
They got a shitload of requesters there. Let's see what else is out there, guys.
And they own the majority of ABC.
It's a certain amount of broadcasting, so I guess there's cable
and then there's another form, and so people, if they're on a certain form of a TV show, they can't just say like lies.
No, that's not true. The only way you're going to watch it if you stream it, or if one of the ABC syndicates who is not going to show it, you have to tune into another channel.
The guy's not left.
Hey, of course.
Hey, hold on. Trump flat out lied to before he knew what the fuck was going on.
But guess what? Trump's not a talk show host. He's the president of the United States.
Yeah, so he
America.
definitely shouldn't lie, genius.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Jimmy Kimmel
Execute Order
is owned by a
33.
private organization. They can cancel his show.
I'll look for his.
anytime.
Okay, I'll look for his
Definitely
second
shouldn't
account.
lie.
Okay, as
No,
soon
I
as this
agree.
live is done, I'll look for his second
reason
account.
you
Calm
can't
down.
Trump,
You're
not-
I'll look for his second fucking account. Okay.
Is the only
Calm
reason.
down.
That part. FCC. Thanks. Because Just
Trump
wanted it done. Period.
And again,
and that's also in fucking Project 2025. The control. I'm just waiting on the day when AOC and Jasmine Crockett and everybody else who are trying to keep
If you spam that shit in my chat one more
with the
time, you're banned.
mindset by the lies and the rhetoric that they spread.
Stop
I'm
spamming.
like, ooh,
You can tell me
cancel
things, but don't
them. Let's
spam,
go.
dude. Never spam.
Because
All right, goodbye.
You know,
Kill.
if someone's in a place
Goodbye.
of power, with great
You're
power
gone.
comes great responsibility.
Don't spam my
Andrew,
fucking
you're
chat.
famous here.
Order 33 works
you
every
guys-
single
77
time.
cents.
you guys understand the FCC, correct?
Yes. And
Okay, so-
the bullshit they're saying is not the truth. So I don't care to hear no more about
Underneath
it.
the
There's no
FCC,
sense of talking anymore
Bro, you're
about
seriously grifting
There's
for another
levels to
3,000
this.
tonight? I haven't taken
Yeah.
a single
Sinclair,
profit break,
there's
dude. Shut up.
Nexstar, there's all these other people
Talking about shit you
who
don't even know.
promote the
I haven't taken a
airwaves
single
and
profit
who
break for
promote
this. Not one.
The shows that go on.
They don't have to make the
Sinclair
sale.
is underneath
You're
the
mad at me because I'm
FCC,
still making
and
money
Sinclair
online?
Said they're not
That's what you're
gonna
upset about?
Air Jimmy Kimmel's show. So we'll see tomorrow night what actually happens.
You know, Jimmy Kimmel, I saw a clip today. I think it was on Benny Johnson on YouTube, independent journalist. He showed a clip of Jimmy Kimmel praising and wishing for people to get canceled here nor there, da 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 da. But then when he gets canceled, people are up in airs. Well, he
I
was
believe you're
wishing.
referring to Tucker Carlson. If I'm
I
not
should
mistaken.
take a profit break.
Benny
though.
Johnson spoke about it too.
I should. I should be
Uh,
like,
Liz
time for an
K.
obscene
Home,
profit
man,
break.
who you voted for?
My age is 65. I voted for Harris.
You sound pretty young for 65.
Well, thank you.
Andrew, agent, who you voted for?
I'm 41. I voted for Trump.
Okay. Why you bring all these people with you? There's like fucking 8 people in the request box.
I don't know. They probably just want to hop on the panel and chat with you guys.
Where'd they come from? Where the fuck you come from?
Well, I'm a YouTuber, so I was streaming on YouTube, saw this panel going on, thought we would hop on and say hi.
Oh, all right. What's happening? Yeah, 'cause you got all kinds of people that followed you. And I'm not gonna fucking get to arguing with you with a bunch of conservatives. Hey, Joker, agent, who you voted for?
52, I voted for Donald Trump.
And you got a V for Vendetta mask on? That's ass backwards.
Trump is Guy Fawkes, man. Leader of the
Fucking
revolution.
crazier than dog shit.
Dog shit is crazy.
That's ass backwards.
Just sitting there, dude. It's not no threat to you, dude.
I'm just telling you, that's ass backwards.
From what? Your ways?
No,
Your
from
ways that have
you can watch
destroyed
the
America?
You can watch the movie and tell it's ass backwards.
Oh, yeah. I never watched the movie. I just put the mask on. So let me ask you, dude.
So do you know
Why do
anything
you
about
think?
Guy
Why do you
Fawkes?
think Donald Trump isn't Guy Fawkes?
Because he's not going to blow up Parliament, or he already would have. Right? Right.
Well, okay, number one. He's an
Yeah.
outsider. To
Did an
the
invasion
political
last night with zero
establishment.
profit break for the members. Yeah, I know. It's not good enough, though. It's never good enough.
Initially, he was.
You make $1 online, you're scum.
That'll be fun, too.
What'd you say?
I said we can just suppress each other's opinions. That will be fun, too, if that's what you want to do.
Oh, I don't care what we do.
Before he was president, he was best friends with the Clintons. Like, come on.
What?
Yeah, that's not political.
What I'm saying is, before Trump ran for president, he had best friends with Oprah Winfrey, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, all the elites.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is rather boring. Yes. Let's see if we can find. We'll see if we can find the other. I wish if you hadn't spammed it, dude, I wouldn't have banned you. Just like, don't spam the fucking chat, dude. We'll see if we can find Parker here. Parker, get a real job. I don't see the profile there either. Let's see. Moon, see if you can find this fucking profile for Parker's second channel. Send it over. And we'll go over there and see if we can't say hello to him. Yeah, I know Parker's on. I've heard you guys 5 fucking times now. I'm going. Okay, I'm going. There we go.
Help with the debt. And also, she would do the child tax credit, $6,000 for the first year of child's life, $3,600 to them being 5 years old, $3,000 to them being 18, which when implemented in 2021 through the American Rescue Plan for 1 year through COVID emergency policy, reduced child poverty by 45%. We can also point to the $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers for new homes. We can also, which would help stimulate the building of houses in places where people want to live. We can point to the $2,000 cap on pharmaceuticals out of pocket, the $35 cap on insulin for everyone, not just people who are on Medicare. Those are some policies, for example.
Okay. So I would like to say, first of all, I do agree with the fact that I am very, very pro-life. That does have to do with the fact that I'm also religious. But on top of that, I would say that the big things that I supported Donald Trump for, and I still support, and I will say I do think a lot of the time it is trying to vote for the lesser of two evils. But at the same time, I think that his economic plan with time could actually benefit the American people. I think that tariffs were, first of all, if we go back into history, think about taxation. This is something that we fought against and we left England for, the fact that we are overtaxed and struggling to survive every day.
Actually, it was taxation without representation.
Okay, well, thank you. That's great. All I'm saying is that I think that the tariffs with time would have the chance to actually benefit the American people. I think that this is how a lot of countries do this. I mean, think about the tariffs that we have been paying to different countries for the entirety of our nation, basically. This has been an ongoing thing where we are tariffed by other countries, but we are not tariffing other countries for them to sell. But I think the biggest reason for me would definitely be abortion and gun control. I think the biggest things that I'm concerned about is the freedom to say anything, freedom of speech, which we saw being attacked specifically with Charlie Kirk, which is a terrible and awful thing. I think we could both agree that that instance was awful, right? But also,
can I get in here at all?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can I get in here at all? Or am I going to have a dialogue back and forth?
Yes, sir. Yes. I was just trying to show my point really quickly. The big things that I would say is that, that I think that the freedom of speech is one of our biggest liberties as Americans, to be able to share our mixed opinions. This is something we're doing right now. We're able to debate with each other, and that's amazing. And I think that that is something that the Republican side has advocated for. Do I think they're actively doing a good job? No, I don't even agree, honestly, with Jimmy Kimmel being taken off the air. So I would love for you to respond, but those are just a few of the things that I think that are better off with the Trump administration: guns, speech, and the border. I think he's done an amazing job on the border.
Yeah, not only could you mention specifically Jimmy Kimmel in terms of free speech, but you can also mention the fact that he wanted to put people in prison for a year for burning the American flag, which was determined by the Supreme Court to be protected by the First Amendment. So that's a very basis of free speech.
I'm in the queue.
Plus, he's called media organizations illegal, and he's also specifically cracked down on protests against him and dissent against his particular positions. We can show all that within the context of his administration. He took people like Mike Pence and he gutted them from the entire movement because he said that he put himself over the Constitution, right? Trump put himself over the Constitution. That's what Mike Pence said. And then, Trump cast him to side and got J.D. Vance, who was on his side and would have certified the false slates of electors, on January 6th.
Okay. I think that the big. Oh, sorry. You can
No,
continue.
you're good. You're good. I mean, I only addressed free speech. I also wanted to address your points on tariffs and pro-life, but we can just address free speech for now, and I'll bring up tariffs and pro-life later.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. Free speech is a big one that I find very important. I think that I think overall the big things that I see in America in general is that either way there is an attack
is
on
not
free
for the
speech,
grift,
and I
just so
think
we're
it's the
clear.
media itself that is just absolutely failing. We're not.
I'm going to turn them down for right now because
want to promote. I don't know how to make that
who cares?
better, really, honestly, besides gutting the whole thing and starting over. But I think another big one, a bigger one, honestly, to me, would be abortion and gun laws and the ability to
Gutting the whole what?
the whole media system. I think in general, I think we've gone so far down
What?
a rabbit trail.
So that you're just straight up advocating for state-run media?
No,
Gutting
sir,
the
I'm
whole
saying that I
private
think
media system?
no. I'm saying the opposite of that. I'm saying the media that is controlled by different governments, that is controlled by, that is basically in the pockets of different people being paid to say certain things. I don't think we always hear the full story. So I'm saying I think it should be run the way it used to be, which is you go up, you follow a story and without bias. It shouldn't be a bias. It should be absolutely truth, just solely truth.
Okay, so you understand that every single person is going to have bias and that every single media organization is allowed to have their bias as a part of
Yeah, he knows I'm there.
So if you believe in free speech, you can't simultaneously...
Him and Dean have both said if I go over to their TikTok and request to get on, that they'll pull me right up.
No, I didn't say that they should be
That's the
legal.
point of their free speech, to be able to say
It's
that.
like just request. We'll pull Andrew up right now. It's like, well, I'm here. Do it right now then.
So, okay, for instance,
I'm
let's
here.
just say this
Do it.
specific
Pull me up,
I've
fucker.
seen lots of news articles that say, "Oh, hundreds of people are going to support Charlie Kirk in vigils." Well, like specifically this one, this said hundreds of people have gone to support the prayer vigil for
I'm sorry,
Charlie Kirk.
let me explain to you what free speech is. Free speech is the government specifically restricts someone from engaging in a particular type of speech.
Yeah, I have it quiet right now because who cares?
Symbolic. We can go through the different types of speech and whatnot, but from engaging in a particular type of speech, that's what freedom of speech is. That had nothing to do with the government. I don't know why you keep bringing up Charlie Kirk. That has nothing to do with the government. I don't know why that's relevant. Can you give me any instance from the left that is attacking free speech?
I think that free speech was really not even my main point. I was saying there are things on both sides that free speech needs to be improved. I think on both sides, the point is, yes, anybody should be able to say anything. I completely agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is it seems like certain things are biased, and then, which I understand bias is also part of freedom of speech, but we're hearing things that are absolutely incorrect, and then they're being pushed out as absolute truth. So I think that there needs to be the option to hear all sides, which I think we're both saying, but we're saying it in different ways, that yes, all sides should be listened to. But besides that, the gun laws is a huge thing for me. The ability, I don't think that taking away that's what fascist countries have done, is they take away your ability to
Donald
speak
Trump
and
wanted to
protect
take away
yourself.
people's due process rights, specifically in terms of gun access in certain circumstances. He said that he would do due process second after taking the guns first in his first term.
You mean like Democrats who want red flag
I
laws?
never have heard that. I would need to see proof of that, but that's okay. I just think
Do you want
that.
me to play him saying that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you want me to play him saying it?
Yeah, that's okay. You can go ahead. I think that most of the time, Kamala was very active in saying she wanted to restrict guns. She wanted to restrict the ability to have people
Wait, here, listen.
carry certain.
She didn't even say that, but listen.
If an individual is reported to be not only the firearms, but any weapons in the possession
Or
of that
might
individual.
take the firearms first and then go to court, because that's another system, because a lot of times by the time you go to court, it takes so long to go to court to get the due process procedures. I like taking the guns early, like in this crazy man's case that just took place in Florida. He had a lot of
Is he
firearms.
talking
They saw
about someone who
everything. To go to court would have taken a long time. So you could do exactly what you're saying, but take the guns first, go through due process second.
I'll have to
This
vet
seems
it
like a
off
very
air.
specific situation, though. You're playing this on an all-encompassing.
Wait, isn't that a violation of the Second Amendment?
Yes.
Is he talking about a criminal who did something and is now in due process for like getting? Are you saying that this, I don't understand what the position of this is. Is this somebody who is a criminal who used a gun in a criminal case?
I just want
Like
to make
what- like
sure
that- you have
that
to have
Democrats.
context.
You understand that that's
Also-
a violation of your Second Amendment, though, right?
Okay, well, as long as you
If you-
agree
if I
that
walked up-
Democrats
what is the
are going to
Second
stop
Amendment?
using red flag laws.
The right to bear arms.
Yes,
But if you're
right?
a criminal who is murdering someone, then yes, you should not be able to have a gun. That is the difference. I'm not saying that you don't have the
That
right.
was stupid with that statement.
Because obviously a person that
And
is
Trump,
a prisoner.
by the way,
would be
backed
in
right
prison.
off on
infringe
it.
upon that without due process, you understand that that would also be like, again, a violation of the Second Amendment from that perspective.
Was
we
this
can also
yes.
point to a violation of the Second Amendment through his bump stock ban that was considered unconstitutional. We can also check in terms of the other aspects in terms of his perspective that you might consider against the Second Amendment to a certain extent. What is the big deal of it being against the Second Amendment to a certain extent?
It's not that.
Both
It's about
positions.
putting laws in place. It's putting laws in place where you are literally unable to get a certain type of firearm or to keep a firearm. The fact of the matter is, the more laws that we make, the better things. The things are not going to get better just because we add more laws. Sometimes it's being able to defend your own family, your own house. And I think that the thing on the left is that they really look up to the government in some certain ways. Like they think that the government is enabled to just completely take over and do something as awful as what Nazi Germany did. And I think that you can learn from history that if we take away guns, that's not going to make things better. I think in this instance, you're talking about a criminal case that happened. And I think that a criminal who is actively shooting someone,
So
yes, they
taking
should
away
not.
Wait, in that circumstance, they're not actively shooting someone. It's a red flag law. It's about like this could happen.
Okay, so what I'm saying is I would need context for the specific case. I don't understand what this.
So, like, for example, if they were a violent sex offender, would you be okay with getting rid of their access to guns?
I think that there should be reform. I do not think that their guns should ever be
I'm
taken
going to give
away.
it 5 more minutes, and
There's a
then I'm
difference
going to be so
between-
fucking bored that I'm
okay,
going to fall
should a-
asleep.
should
So I
a
got to
sex
move
off-
on,
like a
guys.
sex offender?
So
No,
violent sex
I'll give him
offenders
5
should be able to
minutes.
get legal access
No,
to guns.
I'm saying
It's
absolutely
12
not to that.
what,
I'm saying I do not
12:13?
think. I don't think that anyone who is
12:18, I'm
who
outta
has-
here.
I think that the problem
Okay,
is
12:18, I'm out of here.
not should we have them in the first place.
I don't want to fucking sit here forever.
So you are saying it's okay to.
While this fucking idiot runs away, I just don't want. I'm just not interested in that.
Saying that there can be
Wait. What is the Second Amendment? That's the right to bear arms. You're violating their right
Yes,
to bear
sir.
arms, right?
No, if you're a criminal, you do not get rights anymore.
If someone's a violent so if it's in the context of a civil case, if someone's a violent sex offender in the context of a civil case, they were held civilly liable of sexual abuse. Should they be allowed to get access to a gun?
I don't think so. No, but I think that's again a
Exactly, right?
criminal case.
Wait,
that's
so
that's something.
it's a civil case? Is that a violation of their Second Amendment?
Okay, but if you're a sex offender, you're a criminal. If you're a rapist, you're a criminal, right?
So Donald Trump, yeah, a criminal. Right? So criminals
Right.
shouldn't be able to get access to guns, but they should be allowed to become president and get access to the nuclear codes.
Okay, yeah, but I will say that was actually a very, very shady case that people do not believe was correct. And even the woman who came up was giving
What's her
all
name?
sorts of. I don't actually know her name because
So you
I
don't
didn't
even know her
couldn't-
name, and you think the case is fake? E. Jean Carroll was sexually assaulted by Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was held civilly liable unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people for forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. And are all the 26 women who said that Donald Trump engaged in sexual misconduct just lying? Are they lying?
Probably.
I'm not saying they're lying, and I don't. I
Do
have
you believe any of them are telling the truth?
No. None of them.
Listen, I think you're like going to. I do not agree that at all. That if Trump has done any of those things, I do. I think that it's absolutely
Can you
wrong.
answer my question?
And
Do you believe any of them are telling the truth?
I don't know. I have not.
You don't
I
know?
have honestly, truthfully, I did not even listen to
different
the.
women. If 26 different women came out against specifically someone that you knew, would you stay friends with them?
No, not at all. But
Okay,
I
so
also
then-
did
wait,
say at
so
the
that's
beginning
that's
of this
enough.
debate.
Wait, by the way, but it's enough reason for you to not stay friends with them, but it's not enough reason for you to not support them for president.
I do not believe that case was done and did actual due diligence. I do not know all of the details of it. I would have to actually research it, and I could come back and debate you on it. And I'd love to do that due diligence. I am very new to debating, so I am a little nervous and stuttery, and so I do apologize. I'm trying to be as clear and concise as possible. But I will say,
2 minutes.
I absolutely will never say that rape
2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then I'm gone.
Was the better of the two evils.
Yeah, but like if any of the victims are telling the truth, well then why do you support a guy that has done that?
I don't support I do not support his past at all. I think that this is a very big blunder of the fact that like you're basically pushing one thing that he's done, which is
overlook it. Like you're still
I just don't care at this point. So basically, it's always like that. If you know, these guys are always like, these TikTokers will come over here and be like, debate our champion Parker. And I'm like, okay, good. I'll go over to his fucking live and debate with him right now. And then it never happens because they don't actually do debates. Usually because we'll start with ground rules like, don't mute me. And we can have a conversation back and forth. And of course, the first thing to do is fucking mute you. So
at least man up. If you were going to say it, at least man up and say that you said it.
I mean, I don't take that no offense. You're not even a man yourself, so I take no offense to that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He is a man.
Last time I checked, my birth certificate says male, just like yours, right? I have a dick just like you, right?
I thought you were
I have a dick just like you. I'm a man.
So
gay
so you
people
like
are still
girls?
men. I do. I'm bisexual. I'm not gay. First of all,
Same.
and second of all, gay people are like, what the fuck? Do you think that them liking men just makes them not men?
Man, y'all want to talk about?
So that's pretty ignorant. I will
Is that what
say
you
that,
believe?
Alexander.
Because I guarantee you, I know plenty of gay people that will beat you up.
Oh, we ain't gotta go there. We don't have to go there either. We can have a civilized conversation as an adult.
I'm just saying. So you're saying someone's not a man because he's not. I'm gonna tell you that I know plenty of people that you probably wouldn't be able to beat up that are gay.
Okay, let's just move past this. Okay, let's just move past this.
I believe.
Let's just move past this.
There's a lot of badass gay people out there.
Hell yeah, that's.
Let's get to the next thing, man.
That doesn't mean anything.
Because it's
But
important.
again,
y'all
a minute has
are
passed,
important, dog.
right? So I'm gonna stay true to my word. Have a good day, sir.
What?
You still didn't
He literally said, "If I did."
Don't do that. No, don't do that, man. Like, come on now. We was having a pretty.
I really don't think he said that.
Yeah,
And I
think
was
it
talking over
He
him
did.
anyway, so you might have.
Ariana, it didn't matter because I heard it. I heard it with my own ears.
Out of it.
Bro, I can barely hear him when
Well,
he
did you
does
play
talk.
it back? Play it back.
Yeah, play it back.
Barely
Play it back.
hear him when he does talk, bro. Like, he's talking so low. Like, if me and Anna or Ari was talking, I don't see how you heard that, bro. Like,
Yo, I think we should let Andrew speak.
Andrew gotta be a troll, because why they giving him roses? Gotta be a troll, but go ahead.
Because he's the GOAT debater.
No, I'm not a troll. I'm just up here to have a conversation with you guys.
that sounds like a troll voice.
I mean, if I was going to troll, then I would spurg out, say a bunch of stupid shit, and then flee. I'm literally just here to have a good faith discussion with you guys. That's it.
Okay, no, I'm all for that. Now, Jalen, let people talk and let people finish their statements.
You've been really, Ariana. I don't know what it is with you today. You've been really forgiving to people who are not good people today.
No, you know me. I say if you're gonna have a debate with people, you gotta allow them to finish their point. Like, even though you don't agree with them, you have to allow them to finish. I've
True.
always said that.
True.
You know me. I'm very liberal in my thoughts. Trust me. 99% of people that come up here, I don't like their views. But if I can listen to what they got to say, what's the point of having a conversation with them?
Don't mute us.
Talking good, man.
What you're not gonna tell me to do is tell me what the fuck to do on my panel. I'm gonna mute you, like I said. At any time, me and my mods can mute whoever the fuck I want.
Yeah, but I understand that. Yeah, sure.
How come
host,
whenever the
but
left
just gotta
doesn't
let
like
people
something
talk.
we say, they just mute?
Yeah, power tripping.
All right, go ahead. You were the first person up here, Andrew. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of go after the prompt here. When will you address YT on YT crime? I'm just kind of asking what's meant by that. What are you guys meaning?
Mine's at the racist.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just wondering.
You not know what white on white crime is?
No, I do, but I'm not sure what you mean by when is this going to be addressed or what the specific context
When are
of
you
this
gonna
is.
address it? When are you not gonna beat around the bush and start talking about black on black crime? Because that's obviously not unaliving most of the kids in the school, right? That's black on black crime is not doing that. White on white crime is, right? That's not what unalived CK is, it? That's not what unalived.
No, I mean,
white on white
but
crime.
you agree a
So
homicide.
that's obviously proven to be a worse threat.
Yeah, so I mean,
That's
but don't you
obviously
agree
been a
with me
worse
that a
threat, right?
homicide's a homicide, right?
Black on, which it-
Is a homicide, like dead is dead, regardless of the how, right?
I would agree with you, Andrew. I would
So
agree.
so
with
I mean, so even if it's the case, that YT people are responsible for a certain type of homicide over other groups, that still has really no bearing over which groups are responsible for the most amount of homicide based on their percentage in the population. It just seems like a kind of a red herring that makes no sense to me. Saying, okay, let's assume that YT people are responsible for most homicides in one particular type of homicide. Why is that relevant in the comparison to how many homicides a group actually commits?
So I think his point is oftentimes he sees he feels as if, you know, when we talk about issues that happen in society or when we point out certain things that's happening in the world, he feels that oftentimes he gets the response, especially from white men on the more conservative side. Their response oftentimes is, what about black on black crime? So he's more of asking you to address the white on white crimes, the issues that we see. Yeah, the issues that we see there. He also feels as if, I don't know what he's doing right now.
Sorry, I had a phone call that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I'll
do.
let
They
you go
pivot.
ahead on
That's
that.
I can take it from here, Ariana. You guys definitely pivot because you guys.
What
never
have
wanna
I
address
pivoted
or
on?
near to your-
Look, let me tell you.
Never
something.
mentioned black on black crime once.
No, not
I'm
even
talking
once.
about you guys as a whole, right? Every time.
Well, we're
we
not
try to
a
bring this up,
monolith.
there's this
We're not a
fighting.
monolith.
Oh well, these black people do this. These black
Why did you mute me?
could have fooled me at this point.
So what you
Could've
think
fooled me
that
at this
YT people are
about being a monolith.
you think YT people are a monolith? We're all just interchangeable widgets?
If you push them hard enough, they'll all be racist. Yes, I do believe that.
Okay, so just to get this clear, if I said all black people do X, would that be racist to say?
Do you guys say it, whether we say anything about you guys or not?
Can you answer
What are
my
talking
question
about?
that I asked you?
If he said that all black people can't swim,
You
would that be
guys
racist?
Yeah, would it be
say
racist to say that?
Whether we say anything about you or not,
Yeah,
you guys are gonna say that.
I mean, all right. Well,
What?
I appreciate you guys' time. I didn't realize you were just going to mute everybody all the time. So, but I appreciate
Yeah,
you
because
guys'
I'm still
time.
fucking talking.
I've been muted.
Well,
still
well,
fucking
but the
talking,
thing
yes,
is
I'm
like you're not
muting people when they're
actually.
trying to talk over
Can
me.
can you address the question I'm asking you though?
Just got muted again.
Yeah, that's all I do is mute. Can you just address the question I asked
You
you?
didn't answer me.
Okay, what's your question, and I'll answer it.
What did you ask me?
Oh, well, my question to you was simply this: would it be a racist statement to say all black people do X?
Yet you swim.
I already answered that. I said you guys are gonna say that.
That's
whether
not
we
an
say
answer.
anything
Yes
not.
or
So,
yes is an answer, and no is an answer. So yes or no, would it be
That's
racist?
my answer. That's all I'm giving you.
So you're not going to
That's
answer the
all
question.
I'm
That's just not answering the question. You think that that's good faith that you just won't answer the
yes,
question that's
you
being
would-
asked?
It would be racist, but like
Yes, it would be
again,
racist. So
that doesn't matter.
so
You guys
then
have
how?
to
Why
like
isn't
that
it
all the time.
racist for you to say the same thing that all YT people are racist? That
Why are you muting me? I didn't even.
yeah, by your
Because
standard,
it's not racist because you're not. You haven't even been introduced yet.
this is wild. So if I say all black people do X, that's racist, but you say all white people do X, and that's not racist.
This is you pivoting again. No, I told you.
That's not a
You always
pivot.
try
That's
to point the
direct.
finger
That's
at
a
black
direct
people. You
contradiction.
guys point the finger at black people.
That's a
and we bring up what
contradiction.
the
You
fuck
just
guys do.
contradicted yourself. Yeah, you're contradicting yourself.
You sound like you're muting. I'm sorry. I did kind of walk away, but
That's he's just muting everybody. Like,
I mean, host, can we have a nice back and forth, please?
yeah, that'd be great.
Stop me.
Mute me too.
Yeah, if one fucking person can talk at a time, that would be fucking nice. This isn't a place where everybody just gets.
I wasn't even talking.
Well, but that's not even how conversations work, right? Conversations don't even work where like somebody just talks on a bridge for 2 minutes and then another person does. It basically never happens that way in real life, right?
Let me ask you a question, host. If you were selling beef jerky,
what?
what?
And then white people, then a white person came up and said, "Hey, I want to buy some beef jerky for $3.99." Let's just say that was the price, but you said, "No, I don't want to sell you no beef jerky." Would that be racist?
Huh? I couldn't understand.
I think I was quite clear with what I said.
It's your accent. I can't understand your accent.
I think he said if he was selling beef jerky and you come up and wanted some beef jerky and he said, "No, I ain't selling you no beef jerky," would that be racist?
If you were white, yeah.
I think that would be my answer. Would be prejudice. Well,
just based on race.
Actually,
Prejudice based on race.
Wanting to sell.
No, I was gonna say.
What if he was black?
Well, I was gonna say because race involves power, but in that the person that's the seller does have the power situation. So yes, I would actually say in that scenario, yes, that can be considered racist.
Now I really want some beef jerky.
Okay, wait. So what is he asking?
He's asking if he. All right, I understand redneck. So
all I was gonna say is
that I understand
even when I did, when we were talking, we started off talking about white tea on white tea crime, but like always, we ended up with black people doing this and that, right? We can never talk about that because you guys don't want to hold up a mirror to what you guys have done, right? You guys would rather say you guys are talking shit about me and trying to make me feel guilty about what white people have done as a whole, right? Then actually talk about the thing that's unaliving people the most in this country.
Well, okay. What is the thing that's unaliving people the most in this country?
You guys going into schools and pew-pewing.
No, the thing that unalives people way more than that is medical malpractice.
Bruh.
Bruh. Not even close. It's not. By the way, it's not even close. By the way, it's not even close.
And I'm gonna tell you.
In fact, did you know that more people?
Thanks for bringing that up. Guess who gets that done to them more, right?
Well, but that's not the common.
YT people?
No.
Yeah.
Actually, it is proven that black women are 3 times more likely for malpractice to happen. Now, obviously, when we're talking about percentage-wise, of course, obviously, white tea people are, that's happening most. But when we're talking about like the rates.
Yeah, but can we address the fact that he just said a provable lie that this is the thing that's unaliving the most amount of people? Not even close. Not even in the same universe.
Every fucking day we see this shit happening. Right?
It is a lie. It is a lie. Can you tell me how many people?
Damn, muted.
Can you tell me how many people? Dude, mute her. All he does is mute.
Unalive people.
Can you tell me how many people die of medical malpractice per year?
You guys are fucking
Muted. How many people?
You gotta let people finish.
Yeah, how many people die of medical malpractice per year as opposed to get unalived in homicide shootings?
That's not what we're talking about.
It is what we're talking about. You made it. Muted.
Yeah,
they're just muting. You just mute queens.
They're muting us because they're racist.
Yeah,
muting, bro. Come on.
They're muting because they don't have arguments.
Wait, actually, can I just say? Even though I'm a mod,
Look,
I
he's
actually have not
expressing
muted one
himself
person yet.
articulately, and y'all just want to keep muting us.
Hold on.
I'm actually trying to
You're not
mod
articulating
and actually
shit.
say
I
let
can't even
people talk.
understand you, Jeff. What the fuck are you talking about?
I bet if I said that to you, you would say it was racist.
Look, I promise you ain't gonna mute me. I promise you that. I promise you not gonna mute me.
Y'all understood what he said.
Shit.
Go ahead and I just need to.
If it's boring, then leave.
I just need to know what you think about that.
7,000 people must be enjoying themselves right now.
Straight to that one. What do you think about?
Well, can we start with the claim though that you said that this unalives the most amount of people and it's not even close in comparison to medical malpractice?
Dude, out of all the racial groups of people, I can mute who the fuck I want to on my panel. If you
Yeah,
have a problem with that,
because you can't even listen to the argument. Can I at least get the question out first? Can you demonstrate? No. Of course not. No.
Bro, can we have a normal
When are we going to talk about this,
please?
Because it is.
You're such a coward. Such a coward.
Jaquavius, I'm sorry, man. I just want to say something. Jalen
Who the fuck is
Jaquavius, whatever your name is.
That was racist.
Nah, they're gonna call you racist for that.
No,
nah,
they
'cause
are.
you ain't had
That
to call
was.
him Jaquavius, man.
That was. But you guys, I told
I'm sorry, I'm
I
laughing.
told you, if
but
you
it's
push
not
them far
funny.
enough, every one of them will do that.
Because
Well,
why
you
you
proved my
had to
point.
call him
You proved my point.
Jaquavius?
Well,
You
That's
know
why,
that you
for the
see
record,
that.
every time
for the
I
record,
film,
are you black?
You guys get up here and call me the N-word with the hard R, right?
Well, no,
Who?
no one's
You
done
guys
that.
get up
No
here and call
one's.
me the N-word with the hard R. and
Nobody
all
did that.
And you guys are talking about how you're not a
Nobody said the
monolith,
hard
but it
R,
happens
though.
every fucking day.
Person has done that to you on this panel. We've all been very respectful.
Well, yeah, and you've just been a jerk. You've like, how about this? Can you just acknowledge that you're just an asshole?
How many times have you been on my panel?
We've been
Right?
very
Yeah, but you're just an asshole, dude.
And been called the N-word.
Well, maybe you're just
No,
an asshole.
I'm
Do you
not.
think about that? You're just an asshole?
Well, no, we're not
No.
gonna justify being called the N-word, but
No one
I
said
can,
the
I
N-word.
can say, I can say that yes, there's been multiple trolls or people that come up here to debate, get upset, and say the N-word and say derogatory things to me. It's been times where I've been trying to be fair and I still get called the N-word. But I will say no one up here has no
right?
one up
But you
here.
guys aren't monolith,
No one
right?
Wait, Jalen. No
I'm
one
just-
up here
I'm
has
just
called
pointing
you
out
the
the fact
N-word
that
though.
They can be. They're okay with it. They don't care, right?
But here's the
They're gonna continue to say they're not racist, but like,
Why are you
do shit like that?
Do
But no
do
one
shit
up
like
here,
what? Nobody did anything to you.
No,
This
no
shit is
one.
actually unaliving real life.
Oh, I see.
fucking
So that
people,
guy
bro.
over there said something, and that's me saying it now, or
Wait.
He didn't even say the N-word.
nobody said any of this, dude. You're just
No one-
making
no
it.
one
You're just
is-
making it up.
Yeah, no. I will say like no one, or I haven't heard anyone say the N-word. The only thing is I feel like people are actually up here trying to have a genuine conversation. Your life is going like you got a good amount of views. I think that I'm saying this as a friend, like you got to allow people to talk and articulate themselves. The only thing I will say in defense to Jalen, maybe
Again,
it's multiple
Andrew
people
has been
trying to talk
deflecting
with
from
you.
The actual question the whole time.
Well,
He's
well,
been
you
doing
also
nothing but
not
asking
answering his
questions about black
question.
Yeah, you won't answer my question, dude.
I think it's crazy
You
when
were
the
up here
moderator
to
is
answer
also
mine.
disagreeing with
That's
you.
the
Dude.
point. My point was you were up here to answer my question. I'm not here to answer your questions.
So then, how do we have a
You
conversation
had a
then?
question.
It's a so it's not a conversation. It's an interrogation.
Hell yeah.
It's just an interrogation.
What the fuck you thought this was?
Where were you last Tuesday? Where were you last Tuesday?
I don't know what the fuck you thought
It
this
was it was Colonel Mustard. It was Colonel Mustard in the ballroom.
Hold on. You think I'm gonna fucking sit here and question racist
even
people?
said that, didn't
Like,
he?
why are you? You think I'm one of those people that are like, why are you racist?
All right. So let's. I'll answer your questions then. Go ahead. Let's do the interrogation. You just answer the question or ask the question. I'll just answer them. Go ahead.
I'll mute up. I tried to tell him there's no reason to be mad at white people.
Yeah,
Like,
go
calm down for
Yeah, go ahead, dude. Just ask whatever questions you
Do that
want.
if you want to.
Go ahead.
When are we gonna address it? When are we gonna start talking about the crime? The white
We can whatever you want to ask.
After white people all over the news every day, bro, for doing crime. And you know what? If we had it our way, when it come to PDF files, we would take them out and throw them headfirst into a, you know what?
Y'all did not. What are you talking about? You said black people. Like y'all did not.
Wait, what? I don't think
White
anyone said
people.
anything about black.
Nobody said anything about black people. You're just race baiting, dude.
Bro,
He said
You're just making that up.
black people.
dog.
He said
They
PDF.
put white people on the news every day for committing crime, and they put white people in jail every day for committing crime. I don't know why what do we need to do? Get on the news and talk about it? Hey, another person was arrested today for committing a white crime.
Well, yeah. because if it's a black person, it's all over the fucking news. This person did this.
Well, see, here's the thing, Jalen, and you know I agree with you on that, but that's not the current conversation that we're having, right? Because we can sit there and go on and on. We can also talk about the exoneration rate on like black people, but like that's just not the current conversation that we're having.
Yeah, I'm actually willing to just do the interrogation thing. Go ahead, man. Whatever questions you got, I'll answer them because you're not going to answer any of mine, obviously. So I'll just answer yours in good faith.
Why are your people still racist in 2025?
Who's my people?
What kind of question is that?
Yeah, that's a loaded question. That's like me asking you, why do you still suck dick? Why do you still suck dick? That's it's the same thing, right? It's so if you ask a loaded question, it's not answerable.
The bigotry will come out when they're on the spot.
No,
So why are you guys still racist?
I'm demonstrating for you what a loaded question is.
Go ahead and answer.
I can't answer a loaded question.
That's not a loaded question.
Yes, if you listen, this assumes you're assuming the answer in the question.
Can I say something real quick?
You're assuming the answer in the question. That's what makes it loaded.
I'm rephrasing the question for you.
Okay.
If you would be quiet.
All right, go ahead.
Why do you feel that it's okay that white people are still racist in 2025?
I don't think they are.
Exactly.
Black people are also racist.
I don't feel it's okay.
Black people can't be racist. We literally cannot be
Yes,
racist.
you can. You have to provide some sort of evidence to claim that white people are racist.
Yeah, exactly. I just reject the claim.
Know that racism still exists today.
Did you
I
not
think the
forget
proper
that when
I
a
think
white
the proper
people,
question,
unlike Charlie Kirk,
Jalen,
well,
I think the
HBCUs were threatened, right? We didn't have anything to do with that, but yet you still called.
You know what I would have asked? I would have been like, do white people have good reason to be racist in 2025? That's a better question. You should ask that question.
I don't think there's ever okay. Well, I think the better question would be to him, Jalen. Do you think that white people are inherently racist?
He just said no. He doesn't think that it's happening anymore.
Well, no,
So that's-
there's a
No,
difference between being racist and being
You
inherently
asked specifically in a monolith. When you say white people, that entails all white people. Unless you can demonstrate all white people are racist, then I reject it.
You guys say you aren't. You guys
Well, that's a
literally,
claim.
like,
That's a
every
claim.
One of you guys have said. Every one of you guys. No, that's through experience. I've experienced it. Even
Oh, I see. So you've experienced every YT person who ever existed on planet Earth. Got it.
I don't think I've ever met you, bro.
Yeah, I haven't either. No, you haven't experienced every YT person in America. You're the biggest liar I've ever seen.
experienced enough of you guys.
Oh, and what's the sample size? What's the sample size out of like 70 million that you've met?
Saying that you've experienced enough of you guys is kind of racist.
Kind of.
You think I care about you guys being rude? You guys are literally still strange fruiting people in 2025.
Still what? Still what, Petey? Doing what to people?
Has done that.
You
That's
guys
in
are
your
literally
mind,
still
bro. You're literally imagining these things, man.
I'm imagining it. Look
Yeah.
at the name Trey Reeds right now.
I don't know who that is.
And you guys want to say that they're turning it around to say that it's somehow a person with two broken legs did that to themselves, right?
Dude,
What?
There were no broken bones, man. Like, I don't know where you're getting your news from, dog.
The medical examiner report.
Broken
has-
bones are not. We know that black people don't do that to themselves, bro.
Don't do what?
Well, I do think.
Don't do what? I'm so lost.
Reported that both of his legs were broken, but I just don't see what this has to do with the current conversation.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
They said that they're not racist. I'm proving to them that they are. That they're
Wait,
Okay.
so you're trying to say that we don't acknowledge YT on YT crime? Are you trying to say that?
You don't.
Well,
Okay.
then why is there a picture of that guy that unalived Charlie Kirk, who was also YT, unaliving another YT
You guys are
person?
framing
and it's
that
been
as a
all
left
over the
versus
news.
right thing. You guys are deflecting it by saying, "Oh, it was the left." No, it was the right.
Well, but it's still YT on YT.
Nothing to do with race, though.
Well, wait a second. Wait, that would be you guys making racial categories then.
Who the fuck is you guys?
The two of you on the panel would be you making the racial category then. If you say that has nothing to do with race, then all you're doing is saying that when it's YT on YT.
I'm saying it
Yeah,
has
go ahead.
nothing. What he's saying because he just made the claim that. What did you just say? They're claiming it's the left when it's the right.
Yeah, they're deflecting it.
But I'm saying that has nothing to do with the race.
It does have something to do with that. They're only framing it as a left and a right thing, and they're not saying that.
I mean, did you guys not watch Unsolved Mysteries growing up or something? Unsolved Mysteries?
I'm confused on.
Yeah, did you not watch Unsolved Mysteries growing up? Did you not watch any of like the murder dramas that were going on, stuff like that? They covered YT on YT crime all the time. It was nonstop. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
have
this.
some guy who goes around catching PDF files and films it and makes money.
PDF files.
I don't want to hear anything about you guys literally elected one into office. What are you talking
No,
about?
no, we literally didn't. You just made that up too. Just made that up too.
Can you provide?
Was he convicted?
Can you provide any proof for your claim?
Well, he was convicted, but that's a different.
No, he wasn't convicted of anything to do with PDF. Nothing.
Release the files unredacted.
Convicted of.
Yeah, how come Joe Biden didn't?
Unredacted.
How come Joe Biden?
His name's gonna be all over that.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I don't like Joe Biden either.
Okay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That believe Jussie Smollett believe E.G. Carroll, y'all.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If they release the files tomorrow, all of them, what impact is that going to have on your life for the positive?
Oh no, it's just proof that we already know who you like. You guys don't care about crime when you guys talk about crime.
You're making assumptions.
No, it's not an assumption. You guys literally elect.
I literally just don't even care. That guy's so fucking stupid, and all he does is mute you. So you can't even get 2 words out. Just muted.
That's when you can vote. And I'm okay.
What time is it? It's almost 1 o'clock. Okay? It's almost 1 o'clock. Got to catch a flight. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Okay? I'm getting the fuck out of here. You guys got a good invasion, by the way. That first debate especially was a fucking knockout. So fuck you. But I gotta get up and catch a flight, fellas. Okay? I can't be up all night on fucking TikTok fucking up liberals for your entertainment tonight. I can't be up all night messing up liberals for your fucking entertainment. Not tonight. All right? I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's fun to do. I agree. It's fun to do. But I can't be fucking them up all fucking night. All right? Now, I appreciate all of you guys coming in for this completely unplanned invasion. I'm going to send you over to the Tomatoes channel. It looks like they're still having an open panel over there. If you haven't gotten your 20-minute goal again, fuck you. I'm gone. I am gone. From all of us here at the Crucible, all of you out there in Crucible land, thank you guys so much for the great support tonight. I was happy to do this unplanned invasion. It was great. And I'll catch you guys when I get back from my trip. Got a lot of big stuff planned I can't get into, but you're going to learn about a lot of it soon. So from all of us here at the Crucible, all of you out there in Crucible land, I hope all of you